All right, welcome into Before Florida. Extension of 5 on the floor. Sorry, someone dancing in front of me. On 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Oh, look, somebody else showed up. Let me go to the sponsors first because I can see if I can do this off the top of my head. Thanks to Biscayne Bay Brewing, the official beer, 5 Reasons Sports Network, and of the Miami Marlins. Stop playing air guitar. You can get the Tropical Bay IPA, the Marlins Lager, the Regatta Double IPA, and all the other great beers at FTX Arena at the 100 level and 300 level, also at many local supermarkets and at many local restaurants, including our sponsor, Quarterdeck. This is great local beer. Support local. Check out Biscayne Bay Brewing. Also sponsored by our friend Mark Brown, marcbrownpa.com. His luck is as bad as everybody else's. He went to the Panther game. They lost 4-1, or they lost at the end. But Mark can do lots of other things for you, including your estate plan, 954-566-5678. You need an estate plan, too. This is not an option. Make sure that you know where your money's going to go if something happens to you. Goes to the right people and get all the forms to you. Do this for you quickly and securely and correctly. Okay, so check him out, markbrownpa.com. He's also got a title company right there in-house. Again, it's markbrownpa.com, 954-566-5678. All right, here's who we've got today. We've got the full crew tonight, just like the Heat. We've got Greg Sylvander. Follow him at Greg Sylvander. Ricky J. Mark. You can follow him at Ricky J. Mark. Our producer, Alejandro Villegas, Alejandro VG32. And also Brady Hawk 305, and Jonathan Romlican, just off some UFC stuff at 3-Piece Combo. Let's get to it, Brady, real quick. Who's in, who's out?
Yeah, the Heat are a full go because earlier today they said PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry both will warm up the intention to play. So they basically have all their guys ready to go. But then I guess the surprise was on Boston's side, no Robert Williams, which when I said that meant more Daniel Tice, I had some Celtics fans I mentioned saying that just means more Grant Williams. No, Udoka said that Daniel Tice is starting. Like, I didn't just make that up. So that is good in terms of Miami because we've been talking a lot about Bam. We've been talking a lot about Tyler Hero. It's going to be a lot of drops. There's going to be a lot of advantages one-on-one. So if there's a night for this to set up to be a Hero or a Bam night, it seems like there's advantages, at least with their lineups, they're going to run out early.
PJ Tucker, he stared at his knee and he said, what was the Mark Jackson quote a few years ago?
Not today.
Not today. Not today. His knee was afraid and his knee got in shape. But the bigger issue, though, is Kyle Lowry here tonight.
That was nice.
And let's go to it, Greg, because I think Heat fans are a little freaked out about this, right? Because of how bad he looked the last time. Eric said that there was no further damage, that wasn't the issue. I guess he just wasn't ready. So the assumption is he's ready tonight. The Kyle Lowry against Boston typically is really, really good, but we don't know what Kyle Lowry we're going to see. So we'll get to the rotation stuff in a second, but is this a good development?
I think on some level you have to say yes, because if he can be any semblance of the Kyle Lowry that we saw throughout the regular season in spurts, it's an injection of energy and of getting the ball ahead. There's just little things, easy baskets that can kind of change the game for them. But to your point, we got to see what he looks like. I don't think they expected him to play this soon, frankly. But I think that they are obviously feeling the pressure of making sure that they get one of these two. So I'm interested to see, because Lowry has started. It's an insane streak, and I don't have the number in front of me. His consecutive game started streak. He never comes off the bench. It is a long-standing years streak. And there's been some conversation of Gabe staying in the starting lineup and Kyle coming off the bench. So that's an interesting thing to watch for as we watch for the lineups.
Sorry, but here's the thing, okay? That's a quote, an old phrase of mine. Jonathan, depending on whether Lowry starts or not, it affects the rotation quite a bit, right? Because it's if he's starting, you're probably still starting Strus, I guess, but then you bring Oladipo, Vincent, and Hero all off the bench, and Martin off the bench. It's not like anybody's playing well. So I guess if somebody does lose minutes, they lose minutes. But how do you play this out?
I think, like Greg said, if Kyle's healthy, you still play him. You start him. That's what you have to do. You play your best guys, and you go from there. Brady mentioned in a previous tweet that we need to get the minutes up for those guys, especially Bam and Hero. Those guys need to be going up from the low 30s, high 20s, up to the high 30s, low 40s. And Kyle Lowry is going to have to be kind of that secondary playmaker when Jimmy Butler is out. We've seen this whole series. Every time Jimmy Butler goes to the bench, this team goes on a drought. We don't know where to go offensively. I think Kyle Lowry is going to help in those minutes specifically. And I think you share those minutes with Bam and Hero out there. It helps make them a little more effective as well. So I think there's many different ways that he can go with this. If Kyle is actually healthy, it's going to make this game a lot better. And if, like you said, if we're playing the drop with Tice, it's going to make it a lot easier for Kyle to set up Bam as well. And if he's maybe going to pull some of those jump shots, maybe some of those starts to fall as well. So I think there's a couple ways we can go, but I think you start Kyle if he's healthy.
I keep repeating this, Ricky. Bam Adebayo's usage rate in the playoffs is 17. It's below Dwayne Dedman. It's below Caleb Martin. I mean, the news of Robert Williams not playing, I'm not doing it. Jonathan, you can do it if you want. You can do it next. We appreciate the dono, but so I'll let Jonathan do it right after this. And you want Ricky? Go ahead, do it. Do it.
He will most likely be a bum tonight. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The first part of it. Thank you, the unidentified celebrity review for the.
Oh, that's your job,
guy. Ethan, if you didn't know, this guy donates almost every single post.
I'm aware of that. I'm just not good at reading it. That's why I'm asking you to do it.
The unidentified celebrity review. Bam, don't be a bum.
I do the clapping. I don't.
All right, so I mean, okay, bum is a strong word, but Ricky, look, his usage rate 17. He had 6 shots in the last game. He's gotten called out by everybody from Jay Williams to Richard Jefferson to
Eric Reed.
To Eric Reed, right? Exactly. Greg, you actually mentioned he's heard the noise. I mean, how could he not hear the noise at this point? So, I mean, and there's no Robert Williams tonight. Like, I went over on Bam on Prize Picks for 13.5. It feels hopeful.
Me too.
Right? But, like, if not tonight, like, when? Right, Ricky? When?
Yeah. Look, here's the thing. If he, to borrow from
Thank you. I just got another $1. Here's the thing.
Nice. That's one I didn't get. Look, at this point, he's on a max contract. And I know it's a tired argument. It's a tired conversation. We've been having it all year. But if you want that money, you better play up to it. 6 points ain't max production. I'm sorry. I mean, unless you were prime Dennis Rodman, where your defense shifted the trajectory of the whole game, which it didn't, then maybe it would be understandable. Even maybe a prime Ben Wallace. But guess what? Like, Bam Adebayo is the kind of center, and I mentioned this briefly a little earlier, who, when it comes time to playing against the better centers of the league, the centers that you presume are the championship level centers, he doesn't measure up, whether height-wise or production-wise. When it comes time when it's like, oh, man, we need Bam to really produce tonight. This is huge. It's a must-win. No. I mean, his shining moment as a center in the NBA playoffs came against a third-string Celtics center, Daniel Tice. We always make that reference. We always say, oh, Tice is going to play. He's going to bring it and all that other stuff. Other than that, well, I mean, are we going to pretend last year happened? Because he didn't give us anything last year. So, look, at this point, I mean, thoughts and prayers, but hoping for Bam to show up, we can pray, we can call him out. People can say this. He can do the whole I got to be more aggressive shtick after every post game or whatever. I mean, he's not earning that money, but hey, I'm just glad I'm not the one paying his bill, paying his contract, because right now, that contract that he practically strong-armed the team to give him is what it is. I'm not.
He did. I think strong arm is a strong word. I wouldn't say strong armed. I mean, they were aware of his preference.
Or else I'm going to leave, or else there's going to be problems.
Well, he wasn't going to go anywhere. I mean, there was nowhere for him to go. So he didn't strong arm them. They just wanted to keep their star happy in part, or one of their stars, in part because they have a history. I mean, the Dwayne Wade thing isn't that long ago. So I mean, they wanted to do that, but of course,
he's not that guy.
Okay. Well, so let's get to the other guy. Okay. I mean, Tyler Hero, right? We've talked about him on the podcast as well. Brady, should he start tonight?
I will say that it's possible, like you could make that case just because of the Tice factor, but I will say Spo's not a reactive coach that just because they make an adjustment, he's not going to throw him in. But 1-1 in this series, and you come back, and the focus from that game, as much as we can have these Bam and Hero conversations, the defense is the issue. Like, we knew coming into this series, if they were going to make it to the NBA Finals, it was going to be because choppy offense was going to happen, but they were going to play up to their defensive abilities, and they just didn't in game 2. So I think the change doesn't really have to be made there. I think there's going to be probably a change if Kyle Lowry plays. I think he's going to have to start, so I don't think you make a change from there. But the thing is, for one, Kyle needs to be out there next to Bam because as much as we talk about Bam, Kyle can unleash him in those ways. And let me just say, if you put Kyle off the bench to that point, not only are you taking him away from Bam, but you're also putting him next to Tyler that takes the ball out of the hands of Tyler. So I just think if Lowry plays, he has to start. Like, that has to be the thing. But they need the shooting from Strus no matter what you're getting. I know the last time he was in Boston, he sent 3 blocks in the last 2 minutes of the game. Just a side note. But the Tyler Hero element, he just has to figure it out no matter the coverages. Like, as much as we talk about the schematics, he just has to get shots up. He's kind of the opposite of Bam. We know he's going to get shots up. So it's just kind of about the toughness of the shots and when it's going to come. But there's going to be a lot more drop in this game, even though they were dropping with Robert Williams anyway. There's just going to be some different ways for him to take it. But I come back to the thing. This is kind of a Bam thing, I think, this game specifically, because now that Robert Williams shifts out, and he hears the noise and he knows coming into this game, and I know Spo said it earlier that they're going to find ways to get him shots as well. They need to get him shots early. And I feel like that's the key. I keep saying, like, whenever we say rhythm players, we always think of, like, guards. We think of shooters. Bam is as much of a rhythm player as it gets. Like, he needs to see the ball to go in early to have a big game. If you look back of all of his biggest scoring games, it all happens early in the first quarter where he kind of sees the ball go in. So get him some sets, let Kyle Lowry, I guess, distribute and find him in the middle of the floor. And then you got to work from there. But the defense, to cut back, that's where it all starts.
Well, okay. I got another player I want to mention we haven't talked a lot about. I mean, now that Lowry's back, Victor put up some kind of, points in garbage time the other night, Jonathan, and defensively, he's looked good at times. And honestly, they've been better with him on the floor than Hero. I mean, let's just be straight about this. But I don't really see the reason to force him tonight in. Am I missing something? I mean, if Tyler's going to come off the bench, I mean, I don't know. I'm getting back to that same place where I'm like, okay, where's the Vic role in this, right? I mean, can you make an argument that if you're going to play Strus, okay, which it seems like they're going to, you're going to play Lowry, you're going to play Hero, that Gabe's the fourth guard, and basically Vic is kind of on the outskirts of the rotation tonight? Is that nobody's really talked about that, but that feels to me like a reasonable take.
Absolutely reasonable take. I mean, last game, Gabe Vincent was one of 2 guys with Jimmy Butler that was trying to keep this team on the game. I feel like he was one of the 2 players that was actually a positive. So for us to take him out of the game, someone who is a 2, or at least showing to be somewhat of a 2-way player in this series, compared to someone like Victor Oladipo, who, like you said, playing great defense, but offensively, he just does not have the shot falling. Whether it's open, whether it's pull-up jumpers, whether it's getting to the rim, a lot of traveling violations, a lot of balls going out of bounds, a lot of turnovers as well, and a lot of ball stopping. So as much as I love Vic and I love the spurts that we've seen from him earlier in the playoffs and late in the regular season, I think you got to go with reliable Gabe Vincent. I think defensively he's going to be able to hold his own. You saw Miami use him in a multitude of ways, guarding from Marcus Smart all the way to Jason Tatum. And offensively, he does a good job. He's probably the 2nd or 3rd best pick and roll runner on this team. And he's able to stretch the floor as well. He's able to hit those shots. Those corner 3-point shots are buckets. And I think he's going to be a little bit better of an option than Victor Oladipo. So I think we roll with Gabe. He had 24 minutes last game. If Kyle Lowry comes back, you probably keep him around that same number.
You got any prize picks tonight, Greg?
To your point, I like Bam over 13.5 points. I think a couple other really good ones that I'll blitz through. Max Strus over 3.5 rebounds is a good one. Peyton Pritchard's at 6.5 points. I would go the over there. They just seem to find ways for him to manufacture offense. And the last one, Jimmy over 26.5. Jimmy is going to continue to get 30 against these guys.
Probably. I also like Tatum's overall points, rebounds, assists number. I feel like at home, that his numbers will be elevated tonight. All right, let's just get right to it. And then Alejandro's going to take everybody from here. Check out, obviously, the Spanish language preview. That's on the site as well. Also, prizepicks.com. PrizePicks on 5. Eversol and I kind of did a deep dive on this game. So that's all there. You can check that out. Again, use that code 5, F-I-V-E. Of course, pace and space at halftime. Post up 5R after the game. And also 5 on the floor after the game. I'm going to Boston for game 4, so the Heat have to get this one tonight. Okay, I'm just warning everybody. on that because we know how this works. So there is no 5 reasons presence there tonight. So otherwise, game 4 is going to look pretty ugly. Struess 2.5 threes looked actually. Heroes 1.5 threes looked good to me tonight too. I again, we keep saying this. They have to get back, the two of them. They have to get back to where they were in the regular season at some point, right?
No
Otherwise,
Robert Williams. I feel like he really disrupted what Miami wanted to do in those first 2 games. He was really making them think twice about going to the rim, about getting shots up. A lot of stuff was short when he was nearby contesting. I think it's big that he's not playing tonight. Huge.
I think it is
shift.
For all the talk about the other guys. He was out. All right, let's get to the picks tonight. I'm going to let Ricky set the table because I think this will be good, and then we'll let others kind of jump in. Go ahead, sir.
I think it's 2-1 Celtics. I mean, I know they're going to say I don't have guts or whatever, but I mean, y'all wanted me to tell the truth, right? 2-1 Celtics. Now, that said, if it's 2-1 Celtics tonight, it's very similar to what I said last time. I do believe that I do not think this Heat team. Well, Ethan, you say you're going to Boston?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it affects everything.
Well, teams have come back from 3-1 down before. Look, I think honestly,
Doc's not coaching the Celtics anymore. So
yeah, that's true, but he, his aura is still there. But look, I think at this point, I think the Celtics do win tonight. I think Miami bounces back in game 4 if Ethan gets stuck in traffic. I think it's gonna seem close at first, but I think Boston's gonna run away with it in the second half. There's something about being at home. There's something about that leprechaun that allows the Celtics to really pick things up. Miami has this thing where they play with their food and they have this thing where they go cold at the worst time. It reminds me a lot of at least 2 Milwaukee losses in the last round. To their credit, or I guess this hurts Miami. I don't know how I don't see Bam elevating his play aside from the occasional defensive stop out there. I have to see how this Heat teams. I have to see how the role players perform on the road, especially over there. I want to see how Tatum observes Tyler Hero tonight, especially considering it's believed he was referencing him on Knuckleheads some time ago. But unfortunately, I think tonight, I don't think it looks good for Miami. But this series is far from over as far as
someone get timestamps on this Bam slander. We need to document this and return.
I'm gonna stand on it
against Tice. Wow,
you're talking to the guy responsible for it. So tell Ricky.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So yeah, send me stamps. You'd be the first to do it.
Right there, minute 17.
Minute 17.
What is Jimmy's stat line tonight? It's a good question.
It could be 38-7-5.
38? If it's 38, they're winning regardless of whatever everybody else does. But we'll see.
They lost a 40-pointer last series from Jimmy.
That's true. All right, Greg, go ahead.
You know who I'm picking, and I think that this is going to be another opportunity for them to respond, and they've done it every time, so I'm not going to doubt them yet. Eventually, maybe I'll have to back off that stance because they'll prove different, but so far, every time they've been punched in the mouth, they've responded, so I'm expecting them to get one of these 2. If it's not tonight, it'll be the next one, but I think this is the one to steal, particularly with Robert Williams out. So, yeah, this is a night where Tyler can maybe get loose a little bit more. Bam has no excuses, and Jimmy will be Jimmy. So I got the Heat.
Jonathan?
Yeah, this game is going to come down to 3 things. The first thing is going to be if Kyle and PJ are actually healthy, how healthy they're going to be, and if they can make it throughout the full game. I think if they do that, that gives us a much better chance. The second thing is how are we going to respond on the defensive end as far as the open 3-point shots they were getting. We could talk about Boston shooting a pretty not historic, but 50% from deep. It's a pretty high number that you probably can't repeat. But if you're giving them open shots, it's a pretty repeatable number that they can hit. So Miami's going to have to guard the 3-point line better, and we cannot turn the ball over on the opposing road. Like that Celtics crowd is going to get roaring. They have a lot of athletic players. Obviously, they're missing Robert Williams, but Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, all those guys can yam it over your head and get that crowd going and get the momentum going on the road. So I think the turnovers, making sure that the guy, like I said, our guys are healthy and defending that 3-point line. The Heat's identity is defense. So that's what I want to see tonight. I want to see the defense drain that energy out of that Boston crowd that I hate so much, and the Heat get a win tonight.
Brady?
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm right there with Greg when he said about kind of splitting this. Like I've gone back and forth about which one I think they were going to win. But the fact that Robert Williams, I think, shifts it, that this is the one that they should probably get. To your point about the differences, I guess, with Robert Williams on the floor, the one stat I said on the 5 on the floor was Tyler's been really bad against length, like 0 of 6 against Robert Williams and Horford, and he's like 60% from the field against everybody else. Like, this is the window right here to kind of exploit that. And the other differences we've seen in the playoffs, not being able to get to the rim. Yes, they're still going to play drop. Yes, but it's Daniel Tice. Like, there's different elements there. But just like Bam knows he has to be aggressive, I think there's an element here where Tyler Hero knows he has to get to the rim. Like, that's the door that opens everything else up for him in terms of the mid-range pull-up, in terms of the three-point shooting. Like, once he gets to the rim, sees the ball go in, he's able to have that element. I think that opens everything else up. But the key tonight, I'll say, I think we could talk about the depth. We could talk about the Victor Oladipos or the Caleb Martins or the Dwayne Dedmons. Like, it's 1-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Marcus Smart, coming off an injury, just played 40 minutes in Game 2. Like, their best players need to play. And I think that's where it kind of comes down to. Like Bam and Tyler, no matter what you think about the two of them right now, with how Tyler's playing, maybe defensively what he gives up or what Bam does offensively, this is your core group right now as a contender in this season. Like, you need to ride those guys out, and then you make decisions from there after this. But for right now, these are the guys that need to play high minutes. Then you plug in role players, whoever's performing at the highest level, you mix those guys in. But I think there has to be a focus to keep those guys on the floor, I guess, as long as possible tonight.
So well said.
I have no read on this game. I'm just going to admit it. I have no read on this game because I don't know what Kyle's going to look like. Like, this is
that lean Spo.
It feels like a force to me still. I don't know. I mean, maybe Kyle's going to come out and have 17 with 7 assists and, and set everybody up and get Bam involved, and we'll have a different conversation. And yeah, the thing that Greg's talking about, them responding is true. They have responded, not always on the road, although they have had some road wins of significance this year. But I don't know. I've been in that building so many times for these kind of games, and them feeding off of that energy don't have a great. I do think they're going to split, but then I'm going to be there in Game 4, so I'm kind of hedging on this one.
Ethan, you've been doing great this postseason. Don't worry.
Well, actually, yeah, I haven't really been the problem. But I'm going to go the other way. I think they lose tonight, win Game 4. I think that I think the fallout from the last game, I do think there's a confidence deficit for some of these guys right now. And I don't know that heals itself right away. I could see them being competitive tonight and losing and sort of that carrying over into Game 4. But what I see with Bam right now, I just don't know. It doesn't look right.
This movie before.
Yeah, it just doesn't look right to me. And Tyler, like, again, we're now, what are we, 13 games into the playoffs? He's had like 2 quarters that I can remember that were good. I mean, and the defensive numbers are atrocious. I mean, the numbers with him on the floor are atrocious. Like, I'm going to say they lose. I'm going to say they lose a close one tonight. I do think they bring this thing back, but I also want to say this. I don't think them bringing it back 2-2
means anything.
It's going to line back up and they're going to win in 7, even though I picked that before the series. I don't know for sure. I really don't. I've lost. I will say this. I don't know if I don't have guts, but I'm a little shaken by what I've seen because
you got the schmutz. 100%.
I do, and maybe we need water cleanup. But I will say this: Brady's right. You got to ride this core. I don't have a ton of confidence in the core right now beyond Jimmy Butler. That's my problem. Okay, it's not the role guys. I bet both Hero and Bam over on Prize Picks tonight. Hero on the 3-pointers and Bam on the points, but I don't feel good about it. All right, thanks to our sponsors. Again, Pace and Space at halftime, post up 5R, 5 on the floor after the game. Of course, Biscayne Bay Brewing, markbrownpa.com. Alejandro's going to take you from here. Check out everything else in the channel. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Post up should be on in its entirety tonight. We don't know what happened the other night. We have no idea.
I think I know.
I know what it should get flagged for, but it didn't get flagged for that. So I don't know. I don't know what it was that got the. I don't know. So it should be on in its entirety tonight. Although I never guarantee anything.
Probably COINTELPRO again.
It could be. Have a good night, everybody.
All right. Like Ethan said, please subscribe here to the YouTube channel. We have more than 400 people right now watching this live. Thank you for joining us here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Welcome back. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take you until the game starts. And then during the game, we're going to be doing a hangout here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. So you're welcome to stay with us, hang out, and be with us and keep sending your comments so we can comment on what's going on during the game. Let's go ahead and listen to the latest episode on 5 on the Floor, talking about why Hero and Bam are shrinking a little bit on offense, and then we'll be back with more information and the starting lineups here for this game. Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics, Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's go ahead with 5 on the Floor. Here we go.
Welcome to the latest episode of 5 on the Floor on the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Thanks for joining us on your favorite podcast app. We're on Podbean, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We're also on Dash Radio on their Nothing But Net channel every single weeknight at 7 p.m. Check out 5 Reasons YouTube. Make sure you hit the like and especially the subscribe button. You'll get all of our content, including Dono Daily every single weekday before Floor, an hour before every Heat game. Post up 5 hours as soon as the Heat game ends. And our new shows like Hitting the Apex on F1 and so much more. So check out 5 Reasons YouTube. Also, all of our episodes of 5 on the Floor export there. You can catch them there as well. 5reasonsports.com. Make sure you spell that one out. Get the latest takeaways from Brady Hawk, Alex Baumgartner, Hussam Patel, and others. And we do not have a paywall there. And the great sponsors of the 5 Reasons Sports Network. And that, of course, includes our fantasy sponsor. That's prizepicks.com. Use the code 5, FIVE. Get your initial deposit matched up to $100. You don't need to use it all at once, but at Prize Picks, you can play 2, 3, 4, 5 players together. You can play different teams, different sports. They've got the NHL, the Stanley Cup playoffs are on there. Maybe get some Panthers props in before they're gone. That may be in the next couple of days. Also, of course, check out MLB. But yes, the biggest thing we promote there is NBA. We do a Prize Picks on 5 show before the Heat games. So check that out. The Tyler Hero number keeps getting lower and lower. The Bam Adebayo number keeps getting lower and lower. They're both like the stock market right now. This may be the time to buy low, but we'll see. So check out prizepicks.com. You can get it on Google Play Store. You can get it on the App Store as well. And use that code 5, FIVE. And now, today's episode.
Down the Biscayne. Yikes. 5 on the floor, ride for my dogs. Where here's the thing, you can check the score. Hustle hard, couple scars, wearing bubble frauds. Just like Butler said, you in trouble, y'all. Kept the flow playing, got it all banned. Y'all seen the block, stop with one hand. And Pat we trust, it's power, have the guts. We're here to bring the heat, y'all can hang it up.
Welcome to 5 on the Floor, a daily insider show on the Miami Heat and the NBA, featuring Ethan Skolnick, Greg Sylvander, and Alex Toledo, plus others from the 5 Reasons Sports Network.
All right, Ethan Skolnick back on 5 on the Floor. Here's today's floor plan. This was a little bit unplanned. This is one of those emergency pod type situations. I don't think we were planning on going on a Friday, but I've got the full crew here. This is a 5-alarm fire. Got Greg Sylvander. You can follow him at Greg Sylvander. Alex Toledo. You can follow him at Tropical Blanket, I believe. And also Brady Hawk. You can follow at Brady Hawk 305. We come to you after a game that I think Heat fans would like to throw out, but Jimmy Butler said he wanted to wash over him for a little bit to fully absorb it. The Heat got destroyed in game 2. They go to Boston now 1-1 in the series. They better win game 3 because I'm going to be at game 4. Game 3 is Saturday, and then game 4 is on Monday. But really, we're going to focus on 2 players here today and nothing else, okay? Because we've talked enough about Jimmy Butler at this stage. I mean, he's playing at an obscene level and really did last night. But he, as most good leaders do, kind of took the blame. He deflected the blame from his teammates last night after the game and put it on himself and said that he needs to do a better job of getting them involved. I've heard this line before from one LeBron, Raymond James at times when he was with the Heat, when things weren't going particularly well. I need to do a better job of getting my teammates going. Jimmy has said that at times. Here's the question we're going to try to answer. Is there anybody at this stage who can get Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero going? Or is this on Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero to get themselves going, maybe with a little bit of an assist from the head coach? So we're going to go back through some topics we've talked about before. The Bam topic, I feel like if you went to our playlist, this would be our most discussed topic on 5 on the Floor.
Yeah, we're about to play the hits.
Yeah, we're playing the hit, but it's not a hit anybody wanted to play. I mean, this is kind of like bringing back a bad song from the 80s. Like, we really didn't want to do this. So let's go to the other guy first. Okay, let's go to 14. And Brady, can we explain why he has been so inconsistent in the playoffs? There have been moments, there have been series we felt would be better than others. The on-off numbers are atrocious. I mean, last night, again, worst plus minus on the floor, minus 33. It's just, they're not a good team with him on the floor in the playoffs, right? So how does that change?
Yeah, the plus minus stuff is just a lot of it has to do with the defensive stuff already. And then you add in the offensive stuff as of late and it kind of just plummets it all. Why it's happening over the whole playoff run is, for one, they're throwing a bunch of different coverages at him. You start in Atlanta. They put DeLon Wright on him, who really bothered him just one-on-one the entire series. He had some moments, like you said, Philly, they blitzed him, as we talked about over and over. They put 2 on him. And now you're seeing what the Celtics are doing is they're blending everything together, where they're putting one-on-one matchups like Smart to try to bother him. Then they'll blitz him with a Tice all of a sudden. And then they're throwing length on him. And they're just basically throwing everything at once at him that he's just so uncomfortable, it feels like, other than he had that big first half in game 1. But ever since then, it just feels like that's kind of what's happening. I was looking at some of the numbers. For one, the mid-range pull-up stuff, no matter if it's droppers, switches, or whatever, is pretty much the exact same from the regular season to the playoffs. So that's pretty much carried over, which is pretty much his bread and butter. You'd say that's where he kind of prides himself. The 3 has been pretty much plummeting, as we've seen. Like, there's just been a lot less, I guess, worse looks overall. But if the thing that stands out is just like the first level of the half court, like he's not getting to the rim. Even if you just think back to the regular season, he was getting to the basket a lot, and there was just highlights of his crafty finishes around the rim, the up and unders. He's not even getting to the rim right now. I was looking at, for one, less than 10 feet from the basket in the regular season. He was putting over 5 attempts. Playoffs, it's 3.5. And that's pretty big in terms of big picture of what he's able to do. Drives was a little under 12 at 11.8, and now it's at 7.1 drives per game. Like, that stuff just shows, for one, the Celtics are packing the paint in terms of having 2 bigs down there, that they're kind of deterring him in that way. But that's pretty clear what they're doing in general, that they want to get him away from that seeing the ball go in the basket at the rim is big for a rhythm player like Tyler Hero. Like, he needs to see that to get the other parts of his game going. And then the last thing I'll say is honing in on what's happened specifically with what the Celtics are doing. I was looking at something that I saw was interesting. The thing that's bothering him most with the Celtics is completely length. And you look at the numbers, he's 0 of 6 when Horford and Robert Williams are guarding him. So that means if you eliminate the possessions that Horford or Robert Williams are not on him, he's shooting 60% from the field, and he's 12 of 20 when you eliminate a big switching onto him. Like, the Celtics have had a ton of just good possessions when they switch length on him. And that's something we talked about with Jimmy early in the season. We were worried about that. Would he be able to beat a Bucks team when they throw length at him? I remember after a Dallas game in the middle of the regular season, we did a pod where we were talking about all the length they threw at him. Tyler Hero seems like the more problematic version of length, that if you can throw a lengthy defender on him, he can't get into his bailout step back at times. That gets him into a rhythm. The rim, it's a lot harder to get to the basket. So that's kind of what stands out there. Other than the big picture of the drives, there's still the element of, if there's an advantage to find for him, it's taking and exploiting the other guys on the floor, where he can kind of drive by Grant Williams or try to step back on a Peyton Pritchard or even a Marcus Smart. That's the length stands out more than anything.
Alex, I want to get to the rotational part of this. So we're talking about the strategy part, but also the rotations have changed in the playoffs. And now he's playing some with Victor Oladipo, which was not something that was going on in the regular season. In the regular season, he was playing some with Kyle Lowry, as he was subbing in. If, we remember, we talked a lot about the rotation change the last 3 weeks of the year, where Tyler was going in for Jimmy all the time so that he could play with Lowry and Bam. Now there is no Lowry. Without Lowry, we're going to get to Bam next. I want to hold it, but without Lowry and without him playing with Hero much, and without Duncan Robinson on the floor, Bam doesn't have anybody who gets him the ball consistently, which I know is something we're going to touch on after the break. But from Tyler's perspective, how much do you think the rotation changes have affected this? Because Brady makes a very good case. It's just length. It's the different coverages, and then it's putting, and we have talked about the length with Tyler, by the way. We talked about it more with Jimmy, but we've talked about it potentially being an issue with Tyler. So if you isolate, you say 0 for 6, you take that out. Okay, the numbers look a little bit better. Defensively, he's been a train wreck. I mean, he's just been a train wreck. And so he has to make up for it offensively. But Alex, how much is the guys he's playing with now?
I mean, that's actually a good question, because I think the bench stuff has actually been something that can be brought up, especially recently, as far as how effective is it? Because we were talking all season about the depth of the team, the bench being a huge positive for him. I haven't looked up any stats specifically on the bench, but I bet if I did look it up, I don't know if you could hear any of the rain hitting my window really hard right now, so I apologize if you do. But as far as the bench stuff, like, I bet if I were to look it up right now, those stats would not be as nice as they were in the regular season. And I think it's partly Tyler and partly the other guys. Like, I think Dedmon has been very up and down in the playoffs. I think Caleb, some of the stuff that we were a little bit worried about as far as not being able to hit that shot as much as you want him to in the playoffs, like he did in the regular season, is happening. He's been kind of recovering since that Achilles injury, and I think it's hard to keep that explosiveness about him every single game, night to night, while also defending stars. So, and then you're also playing Gabe as a starter now. So that was another good bench player you had, and he's actually been good when you look at like the lineup data as far as who's working, who's not. And then, you have Depot, who's been coming back from an injury for the past couple of months and is still new to everything and is thrust now into an Eastern Conference Finals rotation where he's getting a good amount of playing time, a good amount of responsibility. So none of this was what I was going to even talk about with Tyler, but it's actually a good point that you brought up. And the whole thing with Tyler, just to sum up everything that I was going to say in a quick way, he has kind of, unfortunately, turned into a lot of what people thought he was, like a lot of the John Hollinger types, kind of in the playoffs. Everything is not, it's been bad. You would look at the Hawks and Sixers matchups as like the positive ones. He did not stand out. Brady explained the context why. It wasn't that he was just folding under pressure, but now you had to come into this matchup where there's no easy advantages to be had. There's no easy matchups other than maybe Peyton Pritchard, who is, otherwise feisty and annoying on defense. And all of a sudden, since the playoffs have started, he's just not shooting well. And the Heat as a team are not shooting well. So he's not getting to the rim as much. The assist turnover ratio is not good in the playoffs. The 3-point percentage is not good. He's been good in the mid range. Other than that, he just hasn't been the same Tyler Hero. So it's going to be, I'm a little bit more, frustrated, upset with him, because if he's not doing those things, the value just completely plummets. And in the playoffs, they're a negative 8.86 with Tyler on the floor. And without him on the floor, 30. Their net rating is 30. So that's what happens when he's not doing his thing. It's like, okay,
Positive
what is he out
30.
there for? And
Right.
that's the difference between him and Bam.
All right, we're gonna do this same order after the break, okay? Because now we're gonna go to the next part of this with Greg, and we're gonna do the same thing with Bam after the break. So, in light of this, okay, that Tyler Hero has been thrown a series of challenges here over the first 13 games of the playoffs, and reality is, and we had him for sixth man of the year before the season, during the season, everything else. He had a tremendous year, bounce back year, or I would call it more of a step up year than a bounce back year. But in this context, he's not reacted well. I mean, they're not a good team with him on the floor in the playoffs. It's just, I mean, we're at 3 series now. So, and there's the max contract looming. And we say this before the postseason, like this, we're fair and objective on this stuff. Like we evaluate it, we say what we think may happen, but ultimately decisions are made based on what does happen. That's how Pat Riley is going to base his decisions. The playoffs tell, right? Those little 3 words. The playoffs haven't told a good story so far. So how does this change the equation, Greg, or does it?
I think you bring up valid points. I hate to go to the offseason so quickly, but Brady and Alex have obviously covered the X's and O's portion of this in the now. I think Tyler Hero has essentially played himself out of a max contract extension in this playoff run. I just don't see how you can, in good conscience, give a max extension to a guy who, when honed in upon in the playoffs, has Peyton Pritchard running by Spo saying too small after he scores a jumper on Tyler Hero. At some point, we need to acknowledge that there needs to be a level of individual pride where you just don't let Peyton Pritchard do that kind of stuff to you. And maybe I'm spoiled by guys like Dwayne who just would they would just respond to that kind of stuff. And I feel like Tyler kind of sometimes lets, if the offense isn't flowing, the defense gets even worse. And he's not a player that can allow the defense to get even worse. And you're going to need a well-rounded player to take up a max extension. So for me, I think it's doing 2 things. One, it's bringing down his contract value. So that could end up being helpful long-term. But I think this also, no matter what happens the rest of the run, even if they make it through this series and get to the NBA finals, for me, if it's all about Jimmy carrying them offensively and Tyler had this prime run that he could have kind of made a name for himself, the trade talk's going to start. There's no avoiding it. Even if they make the finals, even if they win the finals, unless Hero gets finals MVP, there's going to be trade talks this summer that involve Tyler Hero. And I think I was very reluctant to go there because I felt like you needed to see how the team's success panned out. But under the context of Jimmy has carried them this far offensively, I think it's inevitable that Tyler Hero will be discussed in trades this summer.
Here's the other part to close the loop on that before we go to Bam. Jimmy Butler doing what he's done in the postseason, and Jimmy Butler telling Mark Jones, and everybody listened to what Mark talked about in the podcast, the anecdote he gave about Jimmy, that this is his time, just puts even more pressure on putting the right pieces around Jimmy Butler so you do not waste this. So you don't waste your prime or his prime with a team that can't match up to his standards. And, it's funny, before the playoffs, we were talking about, or I was talking about, say, what happens if Tyler Hero plays great, but they don't go very far? And it's actually been the opposite. And in some ways, this is an easier problem to solve, right? Because this is, okay, you've got Jimmy under contract and he's not going anywhere. So now it's okay. How do we, flip Tyler Hero? And again, we were not discussing that, prior to the playoffs. He still has time to redeem himself and make himself a part of the future. But the early returns, and I don't think it's from lack of trying. I just think the early returns in the postseason, we're not even early returns. I mean, we're 2 games into the Eastern Conference Finals. He just hasn't distinguished himself. He's had like a couple of quarters, that he's looked like the regular season player, but that's been, about it. So I'm with you, Greg. I mean, I think everything sort of goes back on the table, and I think this is back to the Jimmy build fully. Like there is no transfer to anybody else. It's been transferred back to Jimmy. I'm going to get to the usage numbers here in a second when we talk about Bam. This is more Jimmy's team than it's ever been. And I don't think necessarily that's what the Heat was hoping to happen this playoff run, but you go with the guy you've got, and he's the guy that you got, and he's playing at his highest level. And you don't want a situation where, we talked about Dwayne and burning years of Dwayne's career until they pulled a rabbit out of their hat in 2010. You don't want that with Jimmy. And Jimmy's 32. Dwayne at that stage was not 32. Dwayne was 28 when LeBron arrived. So it's there's a little bit more urgency, I think, to make this thing happen now for sure. All right, we're going to talk about Bam Adebayo here after the break. We'll try to cover it in a different way than we've covered it 3,000 times this season. Before we do, though, I want to tell you about a couple of great sponsors of the 5 Reasons Sports Network. We mentioned our fantasy partner. We've got a new gambling partner here at the 5 Reasons Sports Network. It's called Better Edge. It's BETTOR Edge, EDGE. But go with that, betteredge.com/5 reasons. That's the number 5 reasons. You get $20 to try it. And this is social betting. So what makes this different from your other betting sites? First thing, it's legal. Okay. It's not an offshore site. All right. So this is legal and you get your money back right away. But also you can play with the lines on here because essentially you put in the line that you want and then you find somebody who matches the line on the other side. So say you're going into Boston and let's say the Celtics are 4-point favorites against the Heat up there, and you feel good about the Heat and you want to get a little bit more money out of the deal, you can maybe try to knock it down to say Celtics, I don't know, -1 because you think that the Heat are going to cover that. You don't want to play the money line. You can do it that way. So lots of different ways that you can play. We just tell you, it's not an app. It's a web-based product. Go to betteredge.com/5 reasons. You get $20 to play with and just play it for Saturday's game against the Celtics. See who you match up with. We're going to run some tournaments and some contests there as well. Also, we do want to mention one other sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports Network, and that is CPT of South Florida. They've been providing small and medium businesses with the technology they need for decades. They specialize in the cloud-hosted phone systems and managed IT. Reach out to TJ at CPT at 954-966-2766. That's 954-966-2766 or CPT-Florida.com. He's got a promotion still going there through 5 Reasons. 25% off cloud phone service, including free phones in the first 2 months of service free. We have people reaching out all the time. Who's that IT company that advertises with you? This is it. CPT-Florida.com. Reach out to TJ. It's a great local South Florida business, and TJ's a big Miami sports fan as well. All right, let's get to it. We're going to do the same order here. Brady, what's happening from a scheme perspective with Bam Adebayo? Because I'm going to throw one number out here, right? I put this on Twitter today. During the regular season, usage, Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo had pretty much the same usage, Okay. That means the amount of touches there, how much they're touching the ball essentially per possession. Okay. And it was 26 and change for Jimmy, which is a healthy number. It's kind of number one star, kind of number 2 star, number. Bam Adebayo was 25. That's pretty high for a center. During the playoffs, Jimmy's at 30. Bam's at 17. So you're talking about basically a 1% difference in usage has gone to a 13% in usage. Some of the guys that Bam Adebayo is behind in usage in the playoffs, Dwayne Dedmon and Caleb Martin. What's happening there?
There are a couple elements to it, I think. For one, just looking at this series in itself, the rolling aspect, we know what he is as a roller, and they're packing the paint. And once they eliminate that, that's when the question marks start to set in. Like we've seen moments, his offensive moments in the series have come Hero Bam pick and roll, like getting him on the roll, getting him into his lob pass. But when that's eliminated, what comes next? They're switching a bunch. He's getting guys like Jaylen Brown, or Jaylen Brown's been a major matchup that I've seen over and over. He gets onto him in that dunker spot. The issue is that it's not taken advantage of. Like Bam sitting in the dunker spot, for one, you could say they're not setting him up, but it's also the aspect of get a deep seal on Jaylen Brown and call for the ball and say, I'm going to post this guy up because I'm bigger and stronger than him. And that's the advantage on the floor. First of all, he's taken 10 shots in the series through 2 games, which is a pretty crazy number in itself. 3 of those shots have been on Jaylen Brown. I think he's 1 of 3. I'd have to look at it again, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And if you think back to the 3 shots, I'm sure we could all remember the 3 shots. It's a post up on Jaylen Brown and it ends in a fadeaway jumper every single time. And that's the issue. It's like, okay, so the post up's not there because if he has the advantage and it turns into a fadeaway jumper, that's not what you want. That's when it comes down to the face up stuff. Like that's the one area that I feel like he has to be utilized if he has to go to something. It has to be a face up jumper or a face up drive trying to get past somebody. So then I was looking at some of the numbers, much like I did with Tyler. I said he took 10 shots. He's taken 0 shots with Horford or Robert Williams defending him. Those are primary defenders. Those are the 2 bigs in the starting lineup that are basically defending Bam, and he has not taken a shot on them in this series. He's 5 of 6 on Grant Williams, which he seemed pretty comfortable with him in either as a face-up or post-up threat over Grant Williams. He's taken 3 shots on Jaylen Brown, as I said, and I think the other one was like on Marcus Smart or something. That's the problem. Like I just mentioned, Tyler Hero being 0 for 6 with Horford or Robert Williams defending. When you have a guy that's struggling like that on the perimeter, but you also have a guy in the interior with those guys defending who won't take a shot on those guys or won't get into a certain move or a post-up or a face-up, that's when everything kind of comes together. And I was also looking, you mentioned to tie Hero and Bam together. They were at 19 minutes a game together, I'm pretty sure, in the regular season. That's at 15 right now in the playoffs. And these guys are playing more in the playoffs. Like minutes are going up. So the fact that that's reverting in ways is very awkward. Like if there's one way, if we say, okay, how do you fix it? You got to put Hero and Bam on the floor together, because as much as Hero can help Bam offensively, Bam can help Hero defensively. Like it goes hand in hand here. Like when we're talking about Hero being in trouble defensively and they're hunting him, well, all of a sudden Bam's coming from that weak side to get a block at the rim. Or if Bam's trying to get the ball in his spots, they can go into a high pick and roll. And then it just feels like the way to fix a lot of this is the 2 guys we're discussing are having trouble is just making them figure it out together on the floor at the same time. So a lot of this, I feel like it all comes down to a lot of people are having the discussion of, is it Bam? Is it Spo? Is it Spo not giving him the ball in enough spots? It's a conversation we probably had 57 pods on already too, which one it is. At this stage, I think it's just Bam going. Like he just has to get the ball and go. Like I don't think it's about giving him the ball as initiator, because he has the ball a whole lot looking sideline to sideline if they want to get into as a playmaker, as he should, because they don't have Kyle Lowry. But I think it's pretty clear that they're going to Tyler Hero is, if they're going to have a second guy, it's going to be Tyler Hero. Like I think we could pretty much agree with that. I just can't see. I think you trust him to be able to get shots, I guess, a little bit more to be that second guy. But they're focused on Tyler, at least. That if they want to find a way to take advantage of Boston in this series, or the one way they're going to win this series, it has to be that the guy on the floor who is your second best player has to be your second best player, or at least your third best player. Because we're seeing right now, Jimmy's their best player, and to round out the top 3, it's probably the 2 undrafted guys in Cave and Strus, which is very good on their developmental side of things, but not great on their production side of things. That those two are rounding out your top three. You have to have at least one of Tyler and Bam in that top three.
All right, Alex, I'm going to go to you on this because you've had a perspective that I don't know that necessarily everybody's had on Bam, but it's a very reasonable perspective, and I think that we can see it. Because all I'm seeing Bam get is putbacks of his own misses. Like and some of that may be choice, right? I mean, some of it is what Brady's talking about. But you have kind of put this on Eric at times, and we've gone back to, Pat Riley's
Hello,
comments
his fans. We are
from the
back
offseason.
for Game 3 of the
Said
Eastern
Eric's got to
Conference
find a
Finals.
way
We have
to
this
put
started.
him
I know
in
Kyle
those
Lowry
positions,
is
and I
back
believe he will.
for the Miami Heat.
And here we
PJ
are,
Tucker will be
17
playing,
usage
and
rate.
he will
I'm going to
be
look at the
starting.
usage
Come
rate
join
from
us.
last
We already did
playoffs,
the
but I would
pregame
guess
show
it
on
was
the
higher.
channel, and
So
we are
this
now
thing has gone
going
backwards.
into
I mean, he's
Hangout
taking
for the
6
entire
shots a
So come
game
join us on the
lately,
Five Reasons YouTube channel.
right? I mean, so Eric talking about, well, everything he's doing on defense. I don't think any of us disrespect that. I don't want to have the max player conversation again. I think we understand how valuable he is, but Bam would get a max on the open market. But that's different from being able to help you win a championship, as, one of Jimmy's sidekicks, if he's taking 6 shots, right? I mean, so does Eric have to do more? I'll just put it out there.
I mean, you know how I feel about that. And look, I'm going to, start it off by, saying Spo is still the best coach in the league, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people feel that way, just to kind of throw it out there. This is one of the reasons. I mean, this is kind of like, I think to me, Spo's blind spot when it comes to creativity, right? Like, he's been really creative with Bam over the years, defensively, obviously, even more so this year. But you talk about offensively, I thought it was creative his first season as a starter. And even when as a backup, we're doing this stuff, kind of turning him into a playmaker. We've seen him grow in that, and it's kind of turned him into a different type of player. We know how valuable it is. And I'm with you. I'm not going to, have that max contract conversation, even though I think a lot of Heat fans do want to have it. I refuse to. So that's my stance on it. But I think Bam Adebayo, defensively, what he does is one of the most special players in the league. But when he's doing this on offense, when he's reverting, it just makes me wonder what's going on. Like, he is one of your best players. He is one of the foundations of this whole thing now and going forward, right? Outside of Jimmy Butler, he's number one, right? When you look at the core and the foundation of this team, you need to get him in rhythm. You need to make things easier for him. He's never been that guy. And I know now I'm playing my own hits when it comes to the Bam Adebayo conversation. And it's just, to me, it's all of these things look even worse now because it's happening on the biggest stage. During the season, he was taking 13 field goal attempts a game. Ever since the playoffs started, that number has gone down to 8. This series, it's 5 field goal attempts a game when you average it out. Obviously, it's only 2 games. But what I'm saying is, that cannot be happening. Like, I'm not saying he's got to be taking 20 shots a game, even 15 shots a game. He needs to be more involved because you look back at any of the big scoring games he's had, including that Boston one that everybody likes to point to in game 6 when they closed out the Celtics. He got going mostly off pick and roll, dump downs, offensive rebounds, like you said. He gets going, he gets in rhythm, and then he starts to feel himself, taking Daniel Tice off the dribble, taking Jaylen Brown off the dribble. I was rewatching that. I was rewatching the Nets game when he dropped 40, seeing like what gets this guy into that mode. What we know is he can't get into that mode every night. That's not the type of player he is. You just want him to be, a facsimile of that. You want him to be a threat out there. He is not a threat because they can't get anything going on pick and roll anymore with the way that the Celtics are switching. The pick and roll guards are not good enough ball handlers, passers to get him the ball in his spots. And I love what Gabe is doing. I respect Tyler a lot. And, the leaps they've taken, they're not Kyle Lowry as pick and roll ball handlers. And I'm not trying to excuse Bam off of it because I'm frustrated with him too. Like I said, he cannot be going down in field goal attempts that much. And it's not all about field goal attempts because, it's just about the way that he's playing. You have him out there 18 feet away from the basket, setting up everybody else. And that's just kind of his function in the offense. He's not looking to himself as a scorer. They're not putting him in those positions. And if he's not getting in rhythm, he's not just going to start scoring out of nowhere. Like, he has never been that guy. So, of course, I want him to seal. I want him to ask for the ball more often. But like my guy Al said, it sounds like fan fiction a lot of times because most of the time, Bam is not serving as that guy in the offense. They need to give him those reps and make him feel like, okay, you're one of the biggest threats in the offense. And I don't know how to say that it just hasn't gone that way, especially in the playoffs. Like I don't know that he looks at himself as that scoring threat. So that's where it needs to start, with him and with the team empowering him. So that's basically just trying to explain the way I feel. I'm frustrated with him, but I'm trying to find the balance, man, because I think the team needs to do a better job too.
I just looked it up. So the last 2 years, usage in the playoffs was 24 and 22.
Wow.
So he's at 17. So every complaint that was made about his lack of aggressiveness in the playoffs last year, which is a 4-game sample size, the Milwaukee sweep, but then the previous year in the finals, there were complaints about it. And people forget because of the block of Tatum and then Bam getting hurt, obviously, and missing time in the finals. But there were complaints about it then. I mean, he has dropped significantly since then. Okay. He essentially this year upticked and he has plummeted. I mean, he's Apple stock right now. Okay. I mean, this is where it's at, Greg. So I'm going to let you close here. Before we do, I want to mention one more sponsor, but I'll get your thoughts on kind of what this means for the future, because I think it's significant. We do want to tell you about one more sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports Network, our friends over at You Break Wheel Fix. Reach out to Mark. That's our guy, Mark Delacruz. You can contact him at 305-748-0112. That's 305-748-0112, or check it out at youbreakwheelfix.com. They do wheel repair. They do wheel refinishing. We know the roads of South Florida. It's just about to rain here. We know how it gets down here on the roads, particularly I-95 around the Golden Glades and all that stuff. Some of the roads in Miami that haven't been repaired for years, it does damage to your wheels. Okay. So check out You Break Wheel Fix. They do such a great job there. They just expanded to a bigger facility in early May. They're now located at 1848 Northeast 143rd Street in North Miami. Again, that's between right off of Northeast 18th Avenue East and Northeast 143rd Street, across from the City of North Miami Public Works. Again, reach out to them at 305-748-0112. Check them out at You Break Wheel Fix. That's with a U at the start, the letter U, breakwheelfix.com, or You Break Wheel Fix on Instagram and Facebook. So what does this mean, Greg? Because, I mean, the argument of whether he's a max player or not is irrelevant. He is. He asked for it early. He got it. He's Defensive Player of the Year candidate again. He probably should have gotten the award, although I don't think the Game 2 was his best work, but that's a whole nother question. I don't think it was any of their best work. But, I mean, I keep coming back to it. We say no ceiling, but it's like offensively, it's not – the ceiling seems to be pressing him down a little bit. And I don't know. Again, it's a combination of scheme. It's a combination of him. It's a combination of maybe Kyle Lowry not being on the floor recently, which is not helpful. The less minutes with Hero. Yeah, I keep saying this. I mean, Jimmy talked about having to get other guys involved. Jimmy doesn't feed Bam a whole lot. It really is. And neither, honestly, as close as they are, neither does Gabe. Even though they're close friends, it's really Lowry and Hero, and then the Duncan, dribble handoff. And
Tyler's playing with Dedmon all the time.
And Tyler's playing with Dedmon. Duncan's not on the floor and Lowry's out. So these are not excuses. They're reasons, but also elite offensive bigs figure out a way, right, to impose their will on the game. And that's just not happening.
No, and that's the thing. Like, we're not going to have a Bam conversation in terms of him being a pillar of the franchise or being a max player. Stop it. Like, that's just ridiculous. No one on this show even wants to engage in that kind of stuff. But I think that there's a couple things. One, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that, like, there's a part of this where they've kind of conditioned him to play the way that he's playing just by virtue of the way that they've used him throughout these last few years. And he wasn't an offensive juggernaut that looked to score coming out of college anyway. So then when you condition him to kind of be a facilitator, it's hard to just flip that switch. And I know we've been talking about that, and it just comes under the magnifying glass in the Eastern Conference Finals. For me, this is not as much about, does Bam Adebayo become expendable? That's nonsense. It becomes more about, as you build the team around these guys, you're going to have to take into account the fact that maybe Bam is not going to be able to be counted on for offense in certain situations. So you need to have a different group of guys around him. But to your point, Ethan, I think that this does go back to something that transcends rotations and matchups and schematics and all that kind of stuff. Usually stars figure out a way to make things work, whether it was the big three, whether it was, Dwayne in moments, whether it's been, there's just, I feel like with Tyler and Bam, if we're going to start having conversations about them being in the upper echelon in the league, being the top 3 players on the Miami Heat, the #1 seed, Eastern Conference finalist, at some level, they have to kind of take the bull by the horns and do things individually that sometimes transcends all that stuff. And I think that that's just where we want to see that from Bam, because you want to know that he has it in him enough so that you can build correctly. I come back to no Lowry. I think, a lot of his buckets come off the short roll. He's not getting any of that right now with Kyle out. So they're not making it any easier for Bam. Like, let's just be frank about that. But you also just want to see, we talk about imposing will. And that was something that even Alonzo did, Shaq did. It didn't matter what was going on. Like, there was just, they were going to get theirs to some degree. And you're looking at the stats right now, and it looks like the 06 title run where you've got Jimmy at 29 points per game and everyone else is down at 13, 11, and 10. Like, that was good for a 6-game series against the Dallas Mavericks. You can't make it through a whole playoff run like that. And so that's where I just think fans want to see.
And they didn't that year.
I mean, Shaq got 30 and 20 against Chicago.
Yeah, right. I mean, there were other moments that got them through. Let me ask this one question before we close. And we thank our sponsors, You Break, We'll Fix, CPT-Florida.com, BetterEdge.com/5 reasons, and also, of course, PrizePicks.com. Use the code 5. Draymond Green, okay, is older than Bam by a decade. Okay, Draymond Green was one of the big mistakes of the Miami Heat organization. Tim Hardaway told them to draft him, and Pat was among those who didn't think he was conditioned enough at the time. Okay. I wrote a column on draft night saying draft Draymond. Okay. You saw what he did at Michigan State. He was the perfect fit. He would have plugged right in as the Shane Battier replacement on those big 3 teams and probably extended it. So let me ask this question right now. With what Draymond provides for Golden State, and again, he's a decade older than Bam. Okay. So there's time with what he provides, and with as bad as Golden State has been without Draymond on the floor this year, are you okay? Okay, do you view Draymond Green as a max player?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Brady?
Yeah, I do. And I want to say, though, I know you're going to get into something else in a second right here, but the difference between the two before you say that is I think Draymond knows his limitations where we don't know Bam's limitations, where we've seen the jumper, where Draymond just knows it and he doesn't utilize it.
True. But here's the thing about this, because it gets to what Greg's talking about. Golden State has built a team around Draymond's limitations, right? They've just flooded the zone with shooters, okay? I mean, that's essentially what they've done. And they've been able to hide, a mediocre defender in Curry. He has his moments, okay? But they've been able to hide a mediocre defender in Curry. They've been able to plug in Poole as an extra shooter. Wiggins obviously gives them some versatility, even though he's erratic. And then, of course, Clay coming back. They've built it around Draymond's limitations. But again, with Draymond, there was a ceiling. Now, there's no ceiling defensively with Draymond. He guards everybody. They don't win without him. He's integral. He's probably a Hall of Famer, or he's borderline, okay? But I think that's what we're getting at here, is that Bam has time to change this, but maybe he's Draymond. And if he's Draymond, I mean, I think fans have to accept that and say, okay, he's worth a max, but as Greg is saying, he can't be one of your 2 scorers you're counting on, because Golden State never has. The one year that they didn't have Curry, they won like 15 games, right? Because that's not Draymond's role. And the same might happen with Bam, honestly. So I think this may be a recalibration that's going on here, that maybe there is a ceiling, but it's on one side of the ball. And if that's the case, can you win a championship that way? Well, then it gets back to the conversation we had in the first half of the podcast. You better have elite scoring. And if you're getting this from Tyler Hero, you're not winning a championship. So to answer the question that I asked on the poll today, which most people went with Bam, by the way, not Tyler, which surprised me. Who do they need more from offensively? My answer is Tyler. It's not Bam. Tyler is the guy that is commissioned to do that. Because
they need more than 6 field goal attempts from Bam. If Eric Reed is calling you out to close out the broadcast, if Eric Reed is doing that, that means that it is so in your face that we need more shot attempts, Bam. Like, that's just but you're right. Otherwise,
I'm not going to argue with that. But if he's East Coast Draymond, I mean, then I think we need to have a conversation about how you build this team. And I think that's the conversation they're going to have internally, because Bam's not going anywhere and Jimmy's not going anywhere. And Kyle's probably not going anywhere.
that's the one thing I was going to say was it feels like they already did kind of build the team around Bam's limitations, and that's kind of part of the way that Spo runs the team. Is like he is not one of the main scorers. I mean, look, he was really good at getting to the free throw line and stuff during the season. Still got to 19 and 10, like pretty gaudy averages compared to a Draymond. He's a lot more athletic than him. Other than that, like it feels like they already kind of took some of that strategy, and now they're missing Kyle Lowry. Tyler Hero is not playing at the same level, and they're getting 32% 3-point shooting from the rest of the team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the two teams differ.
Which is why but that's why if I could take one right now, if I could take Tyler playing to his regular season averages, or I could take Bam hiking up 4 or 5 field goal attempts, I would take Tyler right now. I think that's more. I think Jimmy needs that more. He needs
Without
Tyler.
Lowry, I think they needed Tyler to kind of step up and take on that role that Goran took on in the bubble, and he has not been anywhere near that.
Well, look at Goran's usage during the 2010 finals run. It was up at 26.
Yeah, like and I know we're going to close here, but Spoelstra not playing Tyler 30 plus minutes. Go look at his minutes in the regular season versus the playoffs. He's down like 8-9 minutes a game, if I remember.
Some of that
correctly.
is depot and some of that is performance.
See, if Tyler Hero is a max player and he's someone you're going to build around, at some point you need to play him and say like, let's see what happens. Like I'm over this, like fitting him in. Is he a frontline player or not?
Well, the one card they haven't played yet is still sitting out there. Starting him could give him some different matchups, but I don't think that's going to happen right away. I don't think Eric's going to play that card just yet. All right. Thanks to Greg. Thanks to Brady. Thanks to Alex.
And thank you to all of you that are still here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Welcome to the 5 Reasons Hangout, Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Miami Heat facing the Boston Celtics. We have the starting lineup for the Miami Heat. Kyle Lowry is back. PJ Tucker is going to be playing. That's going to be the starting 5 along with Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Max Strus. The Miami Heat trying to get Game 3 of the series after getting blown out at home, 127-102 in Game 2 of the series. Before we start here, let's read some of you guys' comments, and we have a lot of them, so we're going to go back all the way back. I know we have some spam going on here, but we're going to block these users, and then we're going to be back to the actual comments going on. Let's start here. I hope Bam shows up tonight. Thank you, Zeki. Jermaine King, you all keep saying it's Boston defense, but not realizing that Bam and Tyler haven't done anything in the playoffs yet. Thank you, Jermaine. Randy Balin says, Boston shut down KD and controlled Giannis. They're not worried about Tyler Hero. We'll see. It's Calipari's fault with Hero and Bam. Jonathan Clark says, like I said, when Boston went up 3-0 on the Nets, I switched my finals pick from the Heat and Suns to Boston win the title. When they overcame 3-2 to Thanos, I bowed. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing? Dwayne Jassel, this is your year, Miami Heat. Settled the game in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we go in the NBA Finals. Hopefully, we'll see what happens there. All right, more comments. Ivan Ivar says, let's go. Holy spam. Yes, I know. So much spam. And for all of you that are still here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up. That way you can help us keep growing here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. This is the Hangout. I'm Alejandro Villegas. You can follow me at AlejandroVG32 if you want to follow all my work. Let's have the Hangout going on here as we go with the comments. Send pics is crazy. Yeah, I know. It's too crazy. Gotta run. Johnny Johnson is making me concerned. Big Papa says Hero need to go back to being a spot-up shooter. But I'm really curious to see what Kyle Lowry we see here at the start. We need Keith minutes. I'm just seeing Markieff Morris hugging Kyle Lowry as we get ready to start this game. Josh Skeen says Boston minus 5.5. We'll see what happens. Smart's better than Bam. That's the Kai's opinion there. Smart had 24, 12, and 9. Can't say he's not better than Bam. Yeah, different players. Kyle Lowry should help some. Then some of the spam. Randy says Pat gave Bam a good expletive field tongue lashing. Well, Pat Beverly is just talking trash about anyone. Daniel Theis, by the way, is going to be starting for the Boston Red Sox. No Robert Williams III. So it took me 2 games to learn his name, to call it right, and now they are taking him out. Now he's actually not available tonight. Bam got the message. Give him a chance. He will put in the effort tonight. The quote was, "The Heat fans complain for no reason." My point is, we are not complaining for no reason. We see him not looking to shoot or get his own shot. Frank Almanzar says, Smart got Defensive Player of the Year, but I think Bam is overall better. I think Bam will have a good game. We are ready. We're getting ready to start this game. So thank you for enjoying this game with us. Alexis, welcome. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And we are ready to roll here as the Miami Heat take on the Boston Celtics. First possession for the Boston Celtics. It's Jaylen Brown on the ball. Remember, I'm a little bit behind, so don't get mad at me if I'm not right there with you with whatever you're watching. But this is what we have so far. So Miami Heat facing the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum attacking the rim. He misses. Rebound for Kyle Lowry. Lowry pushing the pace. Stops. Finds Strus in transition. That's the first 3 for the Miami Heat. So great start for Miami. Great start. Max Strus hitting his first 3 of the game at his former place. Oh, great defensive play by Max Strus. Kyle Lowry with the pace. Kyle Lowry now. Back. Adebayo. Back to Lowry. Now Adebayo. Lowry with Theis on him. Oh, that's a turnover. Bam trying to find... Lowry trying to find Bam. That's a first turnover. But you see the different pace, right? That when we have Lowry on the court. Heater, not a hater, says, let's go Heat. Kyle is the key. Vannevar says, okay, I like it. Vic Papo, Bam scared of the ball. No, I think he was trying to get there. Jaylen Brown with the step back 3. He misses. So 0 for 2 now for the Celtics from 3 after they had a great start. Bam Adebayo attacking Al Horford and with the left hand finishes that for his first 2 points. So great play by Bam Adebayo there. Boston still looking for their first 2 points. Al Horford to Tatum. He finds Theis. 7 seconds. Jaylen Brown with Jimmy Butler on. He pushes. He can make that basket, but that looked like a push there. Now Miami Heat ball with 10 minutes. Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Welcome to all of you that are just getting here. Here comes PJ Tucker. He finds Jimmy Butler. Butler attacking the basket. One way to the other. He finds Tucker back in the 3-point line. That's the first 3 of the game for PJ Tucker. Like, bro, you could do that every game. Yeah, I know. Talking about Bam, not me. Bam. And speaking of Bam, nice drive. Yeah, I mean, if he does that, he can be of help. Al Horford now using his ability, and then quick, the Miami Heat back, and Jimmy Butler gets fouled and gets the first 2 points of the game for him. Kyle Lowry pushing the pace, and so far doing well. In the first couple of minutes, the Celtics call timeout. Udoka doesn't like what he's seeing so far. The Celtics not getting back on time, and the Miami Heat taking advantage of that to score their points. So pretty early, so not a lot of comments so far, but thank you to all of you that are watching. More than 100 people live right now on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. We are trying to get to 19,000 subscribers by the end of the playoffs. We just went past 18,500. So thank you to all of you that are being here with us all this way, all throughout the season, and now during the post season as well. We are now in the Eastern Conference Finals, so make sure you support us. If you're already subscribed, make sure you give it a like to every little video that you see here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. That's another way to help. Turn on the notifications so you get one every time we go live or we upload a video. We premiere a video here on the Five Reasons YouTube channel. That's another way of helping us. If you want to send donations, click the button here. You can send a super chat as well. That's another way of helping us keep growing our channel and keep working for you guys and give it more and more content for you, Miami Heat fans. Let me see. We have more comments here coming on. Now Tomato says, with Lowry, there's a way more stability. Lowry making an immediate and real impact on both sides of the ball. Yeah, he's playing Jaylen Brown tightly. Talking about Kyle Lowry. Thank you, No Tomatoes. Thank you for your comments here. Like I was saying, we're trying to get to that amount of followers. Let me see. Let me check. Let me recheck. We are right now 18,514 subscribers so far. So let's do it. Let's get there. We can do it. I have faith that we can get to 19,000 subscribers by the end of this run. All right, let's go check the box score. This just started, so it was a pretty early timeout. Just 2 minutes and what? Well, almost 3 minutes. And that was it for Ime Udoka. He didn't want to see anything else that was going on. So let's check the box score real quick. Not much happened. So we're just gonna review a little bit of what's going on. Who has the points so far? 3 points for Max Strus. He hit 1-3. PJ Tucker hit 1-3 as well. He is 2 for 2 to start this game. Jimmy Butler with a couple of points. He's gonna go to the line as soon as the timeout is over. And Bam Adebayo also 2 points. The Miami Heat right now, they haven't missed, right? Let me check. Yeah, 2 for 2, 4 for 4 from the field, and 2 for 2 from 3. So they're perfect right now. Great. For Boston, though, 2 points for Al Horford, 2 points for Jaylen Brown. They are 2 for 4, and they missed the only 3 they shot. Jaylen Brown with a step back 3 that didn't go in. So we're back. And it's Jimmy Butler. He made his extra point. So 3 points for Jimmy Butler. The Miami Heat is up 11-4 to start this game. I'm a little bit behind. I'm sorry, ABC, where I am. It's a little bit behind. So I know you guys might be a little bit ahead on your broadcast, but I hope you're enjoying this hangout so far. Let's see what Adonis Haslam is saying. Talking about booze and talking about competition. Jaylen Brown talking about being back at home. Okay, now here we go. Vanevar says, as much as Gabe has improved on D, he doesn't have the physicality that Kyle brings to the game. We'll see. Jason Tatum spins, goes, and the ball doesn't go in. And here we go again. Kyle Lowry pushing the pace. He goes for 3, and that's good for Kyle Lowry. That's a great start for the Miami Heat. 14-4. 14-4, and Kyle Lowry hitting a 3. The Miami Heat starting with a 3 for 3 from 3 right now. Another steal from Jimmy Butler. He gets the ball back to Kyle Lowry. Lowry. He has Daniel Theis on him, so that's a favorable matchup right there. Bam Adebayo with Al Horford. He attacks the basket, spins, mid-shot jumper, and 2 points. Good for Bam Adebayo. This is the thing. And that's what we were talking about in the pregame show. Maybe you didn't watch it in Spanish, but we did it. We talked about how effective Bam Adebayo has been. He hasn't shot much, though. That's the difference. He's been effective. He just hasn't gone for it a whole lot. So we'll see. We have more comments. Frank Almanzar says, we got a nice little lead going. Who's going to win? Says Nat Nail. The question is, can the Heat contain this lead? Who will win? I always said Kyle Lowry was a beast. Fernando Lopez. Yeah, I know. You all said it. We all said it. No, we were all worried. What we saw in Philly was that he was not ready. He tried to speed it up. He tried to rush it, and that didn't work for the Heat. So that's the reality. The Celtics missing a lot of open shots. They were great in Miami. They're not being great so far. Jimmy Butler attacking the basket. He misses the reverse layup. Too bad. That was a good play there. And now they call a foul on Kyle Lowry. He complains. He thought it was an offensive foul that Jaylen Brown went with his elbow up. But Kyle Lowry says, I mean, he always complains anyway. Let me see. No, I didn't see a foul by Brown there. Lowry was just trying to sell that one, and it didn't work. So 2 free throws for Jaylen Brown. Keep the energy. Yes, hopefully the Miami Heat can keep the energy all throughout the game. All right, here we go. Miami Heat 3 for 3 now from 3. Celtics have missed the 2 3-point attempts so far. Bam Adebayo. Al Horford on him. Bam Adebayo again, and he shoots and he makes it. That's a thing. That's a different Bam that we want to see. If Bam is aggressive, if the Heat is aggressive, that's going to be way different. Al Horford finds Jaylen Brown in the corner, and he misses. Rebound for Bam Adebayo. They're missing open shots. The ball back to Bam. Bam attacks. Oh, that's a great move on Al Horford. And that's 2 more points for Bam Adebayo. So that's 20-6 to start this game. 8 points for Bam, 4 for 5 to start this game. Marcus Smart with the ball. Adebayo on him. He shoots. He gets fouled. Adebayo's complaining about an elbow on his face. On the mouth. We'll see. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. That was ooh. Yeah, it didn't look like it was on purpose by anyone, but Marcus Smart did hit Bam Adebayo with his bicep in the face, I guess, going up to shoot. Van Gundy already hating. Yeah, Van Gundy was saying that he didn't see anything going on. Well, to me, there's clear contact. They're looking at it right now, and we'll see what they call is. Given today's rules, that's an offensive foul and probably a flagrant one. Here we go. No, they call free throws. So Bam shot 6. He had 6 attempts in game 2. He has 5 already in less than 6 minutes. So there you go. Frank says we got to play like we're down 14. Well, we were down by 14 a lot, or more than 14, way more than 14 in game 2. I didn't like how they played then, so I don't know. Marcus Smart misses one of his 2 free throws. So the Celtics, to start this game, are 0 for 3 for 3, 3 for 4 from the field. No, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Bam Adebayo again. He gets fouled down on there. What happened here? Oh, Kyle Lowry going out. He's going back to the locker room. Too bad, man. He was the key for the start of the game. Gabe Vincent is in. I mean, maybe this was the plan. I don't know. But that was a great start for the Heat with Kyle Lowry on the court. Bam Adebayo now with Marcus Smart on him. He shoots. He makes it. So 10 points for Bam Adebayo. I love this because we know that later in this game is going to be a Jimmy Butler takeover. So far is Bam 5 for 6 right now with 2 rebounds. The last play on the defensive player of the year, according to the NBA experts, right? The voters, we think it's Bam. They think it's Marcus Smart. We just saw a matchup there, and Adebayo won it. Adebayo, great pass for Max Strus. And this is 24-7 now. Udoka is really mad about it. Bam looking like a king. I mean, he was listening to all of our podcasts talking about him being more aggressive. Grant Williams misses another one, and this is a beautiful start for the Miami Heat. Gabe Vincent now on Al Horford, nothing. Comes back to Adebayo. Eric Spoelstra calls a timeout. 83% from the field now for the Miami Heat. That's the difference. They missed so many shots in game 2, especially from 3. Today they're making all of them, and the Miami Heat is winning 24-7 now. 17-point advantage for the Miami Heat. 10 points for Bam Adebayo. He's 5 for 6. 2 rebounds already, and that assist that we just saw to Max Strus, who has 5 points. He's the second best scorer for the Heat tonight. 3 points for Jimmy Butler, 3 points for PJ Tucker, and 3 points for Kyle Lowry, who just got out and went to the locker room. He started very well for the Heat with a couple of assists and really pushing the rhythm of this series, and a steal as well. 2 steals for Jimmy Butler starting this game. A couple of rebounds for him. He's only attempted 2 shots. He missed one. He made one of them. So great start for the Miami Heat. We're still waiting on more information about Kyle Lowry. I don't know if this was part of the plan. Just let him start, and then a couple of minutes in, just let Gabe Vincent take over, and then continue going from there. But I don't know if it's part of the treatment or it's just something happened there with his leg. Hopefully he's okay. Fernando Lopez, Lowry just had to use the bathroom like Paul Pierce. No worries. And he laughs. What happened to Kyle? Is Al Horford spreading the virus? Please don't kick me. Come back, Lowry, please, says Nick Johnson. Thank you to all of you guys that are hanging out with us tonight. We're trying to get to 19,000 subscribers. Remember, guys, you can do it. We can do it. We are all a team here in South Florida. And hopefully we can do it together. All right. All right, we are back. Sorry, I had to write a couple of comments, block a couple of people here, and now we're good. We're back. A lot of spam going on. It's working, says Jose Matos. Yes, it's working, man. It's working. Don't mess with what's working. Luis Manuel del Busto, Bam looking great. Finally, what happened to Lowry? We'll see what happened. I'm liking Bam tonight, says our friend Cool Iguana. Nothing cooler than our Cool Iguana, man. Thank you. Let's see if we know. Let me see what our insiders know here. Okay, nothing. We don't know anything, so we'll see. We'll see. All right, here comes the Miami Heat with the ball. Tucker for Max Strus. Max Strus attacking the basket. Ooh, the ball got stripped from him. And here we go. Fast transition for the Celtics. That was almost a turnover for Boston. They have 15 seconds left still. Derek White with the ball. He's back. He wasn't there in game 2. Marcus Smart now. He gets blocked by Gabe Vincent. Horford misses an open shot. Dwayne Dedmon is in. That was a great play by Gabe Vincent and good rebound for Dedmon. Here comes Butler. That looked like a travel. Nothing. Back to Butler. 5 on the clock. 2. He finds Vincent in the corner, misses, and rebound tipped by Horford. So Celtics ball now. Derek Wright attacking the basket. He finds Smart, who goes in. Horford for three, and he makes it. First three for Boston, almost 8 minutes in this game. And there comes the first one. Okay. Miami Heat on their Twitter account says Kyle Lowry is okay. He's in the back, keeping warm while off the court. That's what their tweet. Max Strus from three. Triple. 3 points for Max Strus. It's 29-10. Right now, 4 for 5 from Miami. They're finally having a hot night from three in these playoffs. And the Celtics are struggling. Marcus Smart from three, trying to sell a foul. Nothing. Rebound for Dwayne Dedmon. That was a clear flop. Gabe Vincent now finding Tucker. Oh, that was a great move. Floater, and he makes it. 29-10. Here comes the hit. Here comes the hit. Let's go, Gabe, says our friend Jose Matos. Derek White going at Max Strus. Stops, shoots, misses. Couldn't get the rebound. Jaylen Brown now for three. Oh, he gets fouled by Dwayne Dedmon. Not a smart foul there. Should have just let him shoot and then just go for the rebound. Hueca, el Boricua Strus. Dedmon White. Yeah, that was not a smart foul at all. Not very smart. Dedmon doing Dedmon things. All right, so a couple of free throws for Jaylen Brown. 29-13 now. Gabe Vincent now on the ball. Great defensive play by Jaylen Brown. Marcus Smart to Derek White. He finds Horford back to Smart. That was a foul. And that's on Dedmon, his second foul, right? So pretty quick. Caleb Martin is in as well. The ABC broadcast is so Celtics lover like. I don't like it. All right, foul prone. Dedmon, says our friend Nick Johnson. Jason Myers, Dedmon, man. Not like anything good can happen when you're already beat. Here on Caleb, talking about that particular three from Jaylen Brown, just let it go. I mean, especially for Dedmon, who's not as athletic as our guards. So, but it is what it is. Here we go, Miami Heat ball. After the free throws by Smart, he misses 1 or 2. I feel like they missed a couple already. Tyler Hero in. Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, Max Strus. No, Caleb Martin. Tyler Hero now with Bam. Bam again goes for it, misses. That was a good shot, though. I like it. Keep shooting that, Bam. Marcus Smart. He has Tyler Hero on him, so he's going to attack. They're playing ISO, and he didn't go for it. He tried to pass the ball, and Bam Adebayo got the rebound. But they got the steal, I'm sorry. Tyler Hero now. To his left, attacking Derek White. He finds Gabe Vincent for 3, and that's good. 32-14. Jason Tatum has to go back in. He can't rest too much now that the Heat are up by 18 points. Another steal by Miami Heat. Ball for Jimmy Butler. He finds a Hero. Oh, missed the three. They should have gone for the. They were 3-on-1. They had that advantage. Yeah. And then the Celtics come back with it. Jimmy there should have just attacked the basket or give it to the other guy that was running with them. But that's it. All right, Miami Heat back to it. Jimmy Butler. He finds Kyler Martin. Back to Butler. Tyler Hero in the corner with Daniel Thies. Oh, tough shot, and he makes it. 34-18 for the Miami Heat. Great D, Bam. Vincent off the bench, a huge asset. Why a 3 though? Yeah, in that particular play, I didn't agree either. So it's 36-18 now. They had to attack the paint. That cost us 3 points. Yeah, it was a 5-point swing because we could have scored 2, nothing, and then they scored on the other side of the court. So all right, here we go. Tyler Hero to Bam Adebayo. He attacks and gets 2 more points. Bam Adebayo leading the Miami Heat in this first quarter. We love it. 12 points, 6 for 8, 2 rebounds. Derek White attacking, and he misses. The Boston Celtics are all, the Heat have played great defense, but they are also missing a lot of shots that were going in Miami for game 2. So here we go. Bam Adebayo. He has Daniel Thies on him. Leans in, goes back, shoots, misses. Rebound for Caleb Martin. He puts it back in and gets fouled. And 1 for Caleb Martin. And this has been a great quarter for the Miami Heat. 39 points. 39 points for the Heat. Let me go back to that game 1. Because I feel like let me see. This was on Tuesday, right? Game 1. I feel like they scored 39 in that third quarter as well, right? I don't know if I'm right about this information, but I remember, I think it was something like that. So why not? Let's check. So the end of the first quarter, 39-18 now, 21 lead for the Miami Heat, 21 point lead. And let's review some of the stats from this first quarter. Great defensive effort for the Heat. The Celtics also missing a lot of open shots. Too bad Adebayo couldn't make that last shot. Oh, he actually made it, but shot it a little bit late, so it didn't count. And the Heat could have been 41 even. So all right. Bam Adebayo, 12 points, a couple of rebounds, still 8 points for Max Strus, 5 points for PJ Tucker, 3 for Lowry, 3 for Vincent, 3 for Butler as well, and 2 points for Hero, 3 for Caleb Martin. So far, Jimmy Butler only 1 for 3. He's letting Bam take. He took 9 in this quarter for Bam Adebayo. That's more like it. That's the band we want to see. All right. Let me see. Out hustling them, we have to win 50-50 balls. Perfect time for Duncan to eat. No pressure. Damn, if only that 2 counted. Yeah, it was just a little too late. Bam heard it. Let's go. Amazing first quarter. Don't let up. Run it up. This is Heat basketball. Now let's play like this for 3 more quarters. Just got to keep it up for the rest of the game. Need to keep their feet on the gas. Says Tank Warm. Thank you, Lucidity, Jason Mayers, all of you for your comments. Jose Matos, we play better in the road. Not always. We saw what happened in Philly. Hater, not a hater. Fran, good point. He might even hit a few threes. talking about the possibility of getting some minutes for Duncan Robinson. So let's go overall numbers. The Heat right now, from threes, 5 for 7. Great, 71%. Hopefully they can continue shooting the ball well from three. From the field, they are hitting 64% of their shots, 16 for 25 so far. The Celtics, though, from the field, only 27%, 5 for 18. What I was saying, they're missing open shots that they were not open shots, but shots that they were making in the first game. From three, though, they are 1 for 6, 16.7%, and it was Al Horford who scored that only three. So there you go. Let me see. Frank talking to Heater and says, Greg says, La piedra caliente, gasolina. No complacency. They need to keep the foot on the pedal. Mute ESPN. Yeah, I know. They're right now they're sad. Mario Cristogo says, the media and everyone else is so overreactionary after game 2. The Celtics are running away with this series. Hola, linda. Qué bonita. Ay, qué bonito te quedó ese peinado. Sorry, my wife just got here. They're running away with this series. This is a 7-game series, and I got the Heat to win it all at home. Let me mute here. Give me a second. Private moment. All right, we're back to it. Ready for the second half to start. Here comes the Heat. Oh, great pass by Bam Adebayo for Caleb Martin. So good start for the Miami Heat. Compared to game 2, they were already talking about the Warriors. Still 36 minutes to go. Don't let up. ESPN is trash. I don't know if it's trash. It's just too one-sided. So it's not what journalism should be about. It's not. So, but it is what it is. This is the first time the Heat have won a first quarter in the series. Great information there. Cooley won. Yes, I remember they lost the first quarter in the first game. They lost the first quarter definitely in the second game as well. Actually, I feel like they have only won a couple of quarters. Jason Tatum for 3. He misses. Minutes for Duncan Robinson now. He's on the court. We want to see Duncan shooting. Give it to Duncan. Give it to Duncan. Here comes Tyler Hero to his left. Attacking. Ooh, he had Al Horford almost made it. He was waiting for a call. Didn't come. Pritchard falls. He finds Jaylen Brown to Horford to Tatum, who tries to just bully his way in. And that's going to be a 50-50 ball. It was Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, both getting Jason Tatum. They would have called a foul any other day. I don't know why they didn't call it there. And then Bam just came diving in. And that was it. Okay. Never mind. Vic Papo laughing. Hater, not a hater, says, yeah, I would have mute, but my game's slow, like way off. Yeah, I know. All right. Saludos a la señora Villegas and family. Thank you, Jose. Oh, that's a great pass. And Adebayo gets fouled. That looked like a flagrant there. Just pulling Adebayo down. Boston cares about how many quarters they win. We can play that game too. Go Duncan. You can do it. Yeah, hopefully Duncan can get a couple of threes there. But he has to shoot though. So we'll see. Tyler Hero with the ball. It's 41-20 in my screen. I know you guys have a different score here, but don't worry. Just listen to me. The ball back to Tyler Hero. He finds Duncan. To Bam. To Duncan. He goes in. Floater for Duncan Robinson. He gets 2 points. So Duncan going for the same formula that worked in game 2 in those trash minutes that he had. The Heat are now playing on zone defense. Pritchard trying to get the ball to Smart. Smart attacks. He goes in, misses. Rebound for Bam Adebayo. Here comes Bam. Bam with the ball. He's going to attack. He stops. Goes for Caleb Martin for 3. That's another 3-pointer for the Miami Heat. 46-20 to start this game. 26-point advantage for the Miami Heat. Caleb Martin is fired up. The crowd's just sleeping in Boston. And this is going wild right now for the Miami Heat. 26-point advantage so far. God damn, says Cooley one. And there we go, Duncan. Yeah, that was a good play by Duncan. Duncan is the new PJ. That was a similar play that the one this PJ Tucker does some of the time, right? I know. It looked like it. But I mean, I like it. I like what I see. 46-20, right? Who's not happy with that? Seeing Duncan attack the basket is so weird. Yeah, but that's the thing. You can't just settle down for 3. I know that's his specialty, but why not? I mean, it worked in game 2. I know it was minutes that didn't really count, but Bilal just arrived. What happened? Well, my summary would be this. Great start of the game, led by Kyle Lowry pushing the pace a little bit. Bam Adebayo attacking the basket quite a lot. Who's hot? Bam Adebayo is hot. That's what's changing. Actually, I think we haven't even mentioned Jimmy Butler as much this time. Let me see. Because if you go by it, Max Strus is the second best scorer with 8 attempts. He's 3 for 5. Jimmy Butler so far only 1 for 3. So there you go. That's the difference right now. Whole team is hot, actually. Yeah. If we go by overall numbers, the Miami Heat right now from 3, they are 6 for 8. 6 for 8. Way better. I feel like they shot only 10 in game 2, but they were like 10 for 40 or something like that, or even more. And from the field, they are 19 for 30, so 63%. They're hot. They're having a great start of this game. The Heat, great start. Honestly, the entire team is playing Heat basketball. Play Pepas. Stop the game right now. We good. Spoke went into the bench and made adjustments. Awesome. Strus is consistency. Last game, Celtics made shots. We are making shots. We didn't make that last game. Yeah, that's true. Stephen A. Lowry making a difference. Is Kyle good? Hamstring looking good? Yes, he just went back, and he's there waiting for his opportunity to come back and play. The Heat just posted a couple of minutes after he went out and went to the locker room that he was just heating it up and staying warm during his off time. So, Arlene, how are you? Welcome to our hangout. Every Heat player has points except for Detman. Tatum, 0 points. This is awesome. Okay, where's Lowry? Right now, he's in the bench. Lowry had a huge impact. Yes, I agree. Yes, Kyle is good. Alex, thank you. Starkworm says, hopefully they continue this pace and build role players' confidence for the rest of the series. Part of his rehab to keep his hammy fresh. Pee-wee, Tyler Miller is here as well. Arlene says, love the rotation tonight. Kyle is playing Lowry ball. Actually, let me see. Victor Oladipo hasn't played. I was going to ask you that. Victor is not playing tonight. He hasn't played yet. We'll see. Game 2 was an anomaly. I'm just still not worried about anything. Well, Bam shot Ricky real quick. Yeah, I feel like Bam was listening to the pregame show. He was like, okay, Ricky, I see we were talking. Good. Right back at him. I wonder what Stephen A. is saying right now. Marcus Smart is not 100%. He's laughing. All right. Here we go. Celtics ball. Marcus Smart. This is the largest deficit for Boston this playoffs. Al Horford rotating. The Heat back on defense, on zone defense. Marcus Smart gets fouled. That was a doubtful call. Jose Mato says this is a 7-game series. Let's go, says Nathaniel. Let me see. Let's watch the replay. The foul was called on Vincent. Oof. I don't know. All right. He completes the 3-point play. Miami Heat ball now. Gabe Vincent coming with it. Bam Adebayo for Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero with the floater. 2 points for Miami. 48-23. 48-23. Mario Cristogo says, you asked the media or Boston fans, Lowry being hurt didn't affect Heat at all. Yeah, I know. Tatum with his first 2 points of the game. He gets called for a foul also, so it's a 2 and a 1. And they call the foul on Bam. No, actually on Duncan on the rebound. Tatum completes a 3-point play. Here comes the Heat. 48-26 right now. Miami Heat ball. Bam Adebayo. He finds Duncan Robinson. Back to Adebayo. Corner 3 for PJ Tucker. Another Tucker bomb. And the Heat are hot. Really hot tonight from 3. Boston responds now with a great play. Marcus Smart attacking Lowry. Lowry's back in, by the way, and spinning and going up and getting 2 points for the Boston Celtics. So 51-28 right now. Heat ball. Kyle Lowry double teamed. He finds Adebayo. The Celtics now playing on zone defense. Deflection. Duncan's flagrant. Let me see. All right. Ball for Bam. Duncan for 3. Oh, he misses. He was wide open. But I like it. That's a shot. That's why we have Duncan there. Pritchard to Marcus Smart. And they call Duncan Robinson for a foul. Ooh. Jimmy Butler and Max Strus are going back in. Jason Mary says, okay, get Duncan out. Yeah, 2 fouls already, so that was it for him. That was it. Pritchard for 3, and he makes it. His first 3 of the game. Duncan just needs 1. Romper el hielo. Yeah, to break the ice. He just needs 1, but he hasn't. He's 0 for 5 from 3. He's actually better now from the attacking the rim. He's been better. All right. Jimmy Butler attacking Pritchard now. Turns. Misses. Oh, great steal by Kyle Lowry. Heat ball again. This is huge because Miami Heat's struggling now a little bit. Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero having some fun with Arford. The ball falls into Butler's hands again. He makes it and gets fouled. It's everything going Miami's way right now, like it was going Boston's way the other day. And that was a foul on Jason Tatum. They got the steal, and then Tatum hit it. It hit White's leg, and then it fell into Jimmy Butler's hand. Six points for Jimmy Butler, 2 for 5, 2 rebounds. Slow start for Butler, but he's probably, we told you, he's going to pick it up at some point. It's going to be Jimmy Butler ball. So right now, 21-point advantage for the Miami Heat after Jaylen Brown makes a good basket with his left. And here comes Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry from 3. misses the long three. 6 minutes, 14 seconds left. Ooh. Offensive foul on Jason Tatum pushing PJ Tucker. Let's watch the replay here. Left hand pushing off Tucker. PJ Tucker flew like he was pushed really hard. I mean, it is what it is. You have to sell it, right? Oh, now Pritchard tripping Kyle Lowry and Jimmy Butler. So it's going to be a side out for Miami. And the Oscar winner is, well, the thing is, he was running. So at that speed, anything going to, I mean, if you trip, he's just going to fly. But he did slide a little bit too much. Thing is that at that speed, it's just hard to stop. Kyle Lowry from three, he misses. PJ Tucker just won a silver medal for ice skating. And now the Miami Heat gets called for a foul. Kyle Lowry. Lowry says he touched the ball. Ooh. Tyler Hero touched the ball. Maybe Strus. No. Tyler Hero touched the ball for sure. Well, they called it a foul. Kyle needs to hit those. Ball don't lie. Jaylen Brown misses. Stop settling for threes, man. Yeah, we need Bam again attacking the basket like he did in the beginning of the game, huh? So Jaylen Brown picks one of the first two. This is so fun. Yeah, like you guys said, ball don't lie. Here's the thing. The Celtics are doing what the Heat was doing in game 2. Missing free throws, missing open shots, letting the other team get hot from three. Oh, that was an ugly shot by by Tyler Hero. Hit the sideboard, the side of the backboard. Pritchard finds Tatum for three. Tatum misses. Rebound by PJ Tucker. Miami 7 for 12. Boston 2 for 9. I know you guys are desperate because the Heat is not making their last threes, but it was hard to keep that pace, man. Hero for three again. Touches the rim. Nothing. Rebound for Strus. And the ball goes out. So, and right now Butler is, I think, I don't know what exactly he's saying, but if I'm thinking, it's probably like, hey, calm down. El Cangrejo Tucker. The ref have a late night dinner with Pat. Relax, everybody. Confirmed. Let's go Celtics chance now for the first time in a while. Celtics are down 20 points here in the second quarter. 5 minutes to go. Boston only hitting 39% of their shots from the field right now. Miami a little out of sync. Yes. Oh, great steal by Kyle Lowry. Here comes Jimmy Butler. Don't go for the three. Attack the basket. No, they went for the three again. Tyler Hero. He misses. Rebound for Hero. Goes again. He misses. And what happened? Offensive foul. So Miami is in the penalty, and that's going to be a free throws for the Celtics. Unbelievable. All right. Medellin, Miami Molina dice, "Kyo parcero, mi chamo, here chilling with you and watching Miami Sports Fanatic Show." Yes. I'm glad you like it. Mi amigo desde Medellín, Colombia. Saludos a todos los amigos colombianos que nos siguen a través de Five Reasons Sports. Jaylen Brown makes the first one. All right, so the Heat right now are in a little bit of a slower rhythm. They've missed the last couple of shots. So this is the time for Jimmy Butler to take over right before the end of the first half. Right before the first half, it's time for Butler. Brown again misses another free throw. All right, Miami Heat ball. Let's score here. Max Strus finds PJ Tucker. Tucker goes to his left. He shoots another three, misses, but I don't like that step back PJ Tucker three. If he's going to shoot a three, it's because if somebody found him in a good spot. They need to move the ball better. And now an offensive foul, illegal screen by Al Horford. So it's been a little sloppy here in the second half. The Celtics are winning this second quarter, but it's been pretty even, pretty sloppy for both. Whoa, yeah. That was shoulder on Kyle Lowry's back. Jimmy Butler with the ball. Now to PJ Tucker. Back to Max Strus. Max Strus for three again. Misses. Rebound for PJ Tucker. He gets fouled. Second foul for Jaylen Brown. This is a floppers war. Yeah. It's going to be a side out for Miami. We need some baskets. Here we go. Kyle Lowry. Kyle Alejandro Lowry. Kyle. He has Tatum on him. He attacks. Goes back. Step back. Two. And he makes it. Medellin says the Venezuelans are keeping us company here. Colombia. I even... Jason Tatum with the three. He misses. Rebound for Bam Adebayo. Here comes the Heat. Fast-paced Lowry. Butler finds Adebayo, who stops. Let Marcus Smart go past him. And that's an easy basket for Bam Adebayo. Great offense. So Medellin, Miami Molina says, I even got family from Venezuela, some cousins. I'm from the coast of Barranquilla. I'm sure you're familiar with that spot. Claro, los barranquilleros hablan muy parecido a nosotros. Saludos a nuestros amigos de Barranquilla. Espectacular. Yo fui a Cartagena de niño. Tengo que volver a Colombia a visitar de nuevamente. All right, here comes the Heat. Kyle Lowry to Max Strus. Bam Adebayo. I like it now. They're moving the ball a little bit more. Bam Adebayo attacking the basket. He goes on Jaylen Brown and gets 2 more points. Bam Adebayo is attacking the basket. He has 16 points. He's 8 for 12, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. He is having the game right now of the postseason. Greg Van Atlan says Tucker has a GE8 schools bully or something. Bam is playing in all-star mentality. Great players. Rotation by Spoke. This is our real Bam. All right. 2 minutes left here in the first half. They would have called the foul some other day. That's a good put in by Bam Adebayo with his left hand. And Miami's up 60-25. So a 25-point advantage for the Miami Heat. Great first half for Miami. Not only, offensively, it was great in the first quarter, especially. They scored 39 points. The second quarter was all right. But on defense, man, has been really, really good. Really good for them. First quarter, 39-18. Second quarter, Miami up 21-17 so far. So that's a difference right there. Bam's a different animal. So enter the vortex. This is our real Bam. I hope this wakes up for the rest, Bam for the rest of the series. Medellin says, yo viví 6 años en Cartagena. Oh shit, that's cool, chamo. Yeah, we have to. Tengo que ir de nuevo. Voy a ir con mi esposa pronto, algún día, en unos años. Enter the vortex. If he can realize he could be that dude, 30 points is real good. Good. Well, right now it's a 25-point advantage. Jason Mayer says it's great to see Bam showing that muscle. Don't let the boys punk you. Thank you, Jason. Oh, you're talking about 35 points allowed on defense, Jose. Yes, that's impressive. That's really impressive. It's raining hard, it says. Let me see. Let me go back to the games. Let me see in the second quarter. Look at this difference. The Boston Celtics have 35 points right now. In game 2, they scored 35 points only in the first quarter, and they scored 35 points again in the second quarter. To give you guys an idea of how big of a difference there is between game 2 and game 3 right now in this series. Defense, man. Defense wins championships, right? How many times we've heard that before? So let's go over some offensive numbers for the Miami Heat overall from the field. They are 25 for 46, 54%, 54.3%. From three, it went down a little bit. They missed a lot of threes. They went at some point, they went 6 for 8. Now they are 7 for 16. They missed a lot of open threes. Tyler Hero for 3. Martin made his only one. Duncan missed his only one. Gabe Vincent 1 for 2. Lowry 1 for 3. Struz 2 for 3. The same for Tucker 2 for 3. Perfect from the free throw line 3 for 3. Boston has missed 4 free throws. That's been also an important point there. What else? Let me see here. Besides the 16 points by Bam, it's been mostly, it's been pretty even all throughout the box score. Caleb Martin has also 8 points coming off the bench. No minutes for Victor Oladipo. That's one of the stories of tonight's game as well. He hasn't played not even 1 minute. What's up with Al Horford? Let's see. Al Horford right now, he's 3 for 6 from the field, 1 for 2. 7 points only. Not much going on for him. We can't crap in the bed tonight. Tenemos que sacar el juego. Yes, Tyler a bit off, but hope he gets it going in the second half. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. This is how we do it. All right, here we go. Going back in. Grant Williams hits a free throw. Grant Williams makes both of them. 60-37. Jimmy Butler with the ball. Butler to his right. Butler attacking the rim and rolls out. Jaylen Brown now in the fast break, going the other way. Nothing. He stops. Back to Grant Williams. Great steal by PJ Tucker. Jimmy Butler with the fake to Vincent. Back to Butler. Butler attacking the basket, gets 2 points. Great finish by Jimmy Butler. Points off turnovers, 16 for Miami, only 1 for Boston. 9 steals for the Heat, only 1 for the Celtics. Talking about defense. Al Horford attacking the basket now. He gets fouled by PJ Tucker, and it's an and 1. He tries to pump the fans up. Trying to get him going, but it's been all Miami Heat in the first half. Yeah, that was a foul. Tucker trying to hit the ball, but he ended up hitting Horford's leg. Jaime Canastas, an elite finisher. Horford finishes the 3-point play. Remember the first quarter, Miami Heat was up by 21. Right now they're up by 22. Miami Heat ball. Gabe Vincent coming with it. To his left. Attacking. Going in. It doesn't go in. Fast break now. Horford to Tatum. Tatum with Struz on him. That's going to be an easy basket for Boston. So the Celtics actually finishing in a better rhythm this first half. Jimmy Butler with the ball. Adebayo finds Butler. Yeah, that looked like a foul by Horford. Not called. Boston back with it. Horford gets it in the paint. He goes over Strus. 2 more points. 62-44. Right now, we're up by 18. Last couple of plays in this first quarter. Jimmy Butler. To his left, attacking. He kicks it out for Bam, who finds PJ Tucker. Tucker should have shot that three. Deflection by Jalen Brown. The Heat has 5 seconds. 5 to shoot. Let's see. Max Strus finds Gabe Vincent. 4 seconds. 2 seconds. He shoots. Misses. Rebound for Boston. Jason Tatum one-on-one on Max Strus. Great defensive play by Max Strus. So this went from a 25-point advantage, and now it's down to 15. So not a bad finish for Boston. The Heat offense just got a little bit stagnant there to finish the first half. So we're going to have you guys here until the halftime crew comes up with pace and spaces. That last play, though, the Boston getting 3 points right before the end of the first half, that hurts a lot. Marcus Smart, he had PJ Tucker on him, and then found Tatum in the corner. Vincent was late to it, and Tatum made that three. So that's the way the first half ended. So the Celtics are down by 15. They feel like they're back in this game, and they kind of are. I mean, it was a good first half for the Miami Heat, especially in the first quarter, but the difference went down to only 15. A lot of basketball left to play. So here we go. Let's see if the Miami Heat can start the ninth. The ninth. I'm reading the ninth here because the Miami Marlins just lost the game. So let's go with the pace and spaces, and we'll be back for the second half with this hangout. All right? Have fun, guys.
All right, let's do this shit. 62-47. Your Miami Heat are leading at the half. Leading scorer right now is Bam Adebayo with 16 points. He's a plus 21 on the night, 8 of 12 from the field. It's looking great, guys. Now, I had moments where I was in and out, in and out of the game. There's some really, really bad tornado watch stuff happening out in Mont Springs, Orlando. I hope everybody's okay, happy, safe. I'm just going to talk really quickly about the energy, the motion of the offense. Everything's just so crisp, so clean. You can tell immediately from the first couple possessions just how dudes were coming to set screens and flying to their spots. The shooters were relocating. There is an electric energy tonight, an electric energy out there in the court. And usually when you present those kind of things on the basketball court, good things come, right? It's like karmic responses. Miami's finding all the loose balls. They're getting all the good bounces. Stuff's just working out for them in a great way. I want to hear from everybody tonight more than anything. I think we've been kind of down in the dumps lately. Sean, you're braving right now the Atlantic City boardwalk at 9:30, which is never the best option, but you're here and you spend time with us. How much of the game do you watch tonight, man? What have you seen?
So I've watched the whole game. I am on the boardwalk. I would say I'm right around like the 30th percentile of hammered, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to achieve, and level up with all these people. But no, you know what? Good first half. Not a great finish to the half. I don't like that the last 2 minutes. I don't think we closed out very well, but I love to see the aggression out of Bam Adebayo. I love to see what Kyle Lowry's doing, pushing the ball ahead, getting people into the right spots. And, is this going to be, you're going to have to sustain this. The game's not over. That's the thing. And I think the Heat are smart enough, they know that, and they have to continue this in the second half.
it's definitely going to be a 4-quarter game. We're shooting 72% from the field right now. I mean, it's a ridiculous number. I'll figure out some of these stats while we go here. But Ricky, man, you were here with a quickness, brother. You were here lightning fast. You have some stuff on your chest. You have something you want to say?
I do, as a matter of fact. Look, I mean, the way that first half ended wasn't very pleasant for Heat fans, and I completely understand that. But one thing we need to understand going into the second half is that I have a feeling that they're going to start the second half on a run. I've seen this before. That's how, if you remember Game 7 against Milwaukee, they ended the first half in a certain kind of rhythm that they used to propel them through the third quarter. Now, as I've said on many occasions, it's not the offense that I'm primarily concerned about with this Miami Heat team. It's their defense. Their defense is going to have to win them this game, not scoring 120 points. I don't care if Miami scores 95 points or 115 points or 120. It's got to be the defense. And with this team, this Celtics team starting to figure a few things out, they need to buckle down on defense and not make careless turnovers from start to finish. I love what I'm seeing out of Bam Adebayo. I've been very well. I'm on record as being a prolonged Bam skeptic. I don't know how long this will last, but my hope is that it lasts another 24 minutes. I hope he plays close to 24 more minutes in this game because we're going to need him. And at this point, buckle down, play like your season's depending on it, because I am not interested in being down 2-1 with another game in Boston. I'm not interested in that situation. I'd rather shut that situation down, go up 2-1, demoralize them in game 4, and go from there. But we'll see what happens in the second half. Miami can do this, and I've been proven wrong for those of you that watched the pregame show. Hopefully that is the case at the end of the game.
Our pregame show takes are never the most 100% accurate, but we're doing a great job over there, man. Doing the best we can. Look, the Boston's shooting 3 of 12 from 3. It's not the greatest percentage. They're not getting anything going at the rim. They have 12 points in the paint. They are starting to figure us out a little bit defensively. That might be just from, Kyle coming off the floor, Bam coming off the floor for certain periods, Dedmon not looking the best tonight, Tyler not looking the best tonight defensively. There's moments for them to create opportunities. Jay, you say I was super mean to you earlier. You were talking, you stopped the whole space just to tell everybody how rude I was being to you, and you get in here late, and I'm still going to give you the platform, my man. I'm going to give you the energy that you wanted from the other space. Go ahead, man.
What I love is whenever Ricky goes in, especially during the half, whenever it sounds like it's like sort of like, ooh, we got to be careful. It's music to my ears, because it normally means that we win the game by 20 plus points. I love it every time. So I'm glad he did that. I have a feeling that Miami's going to come out swinging like they did in the first quarter. I kind of said it early in the spaces. I said they're going to win the first quarter, and they're going to win the third quarter, and they're going to close it out. I just believe it. They let go their foot off the pedal, towards the end. I get it. Here nor there. They'll be fine. About earlier today, Mr. Anthony, you were a little rude to me, but it's okay. It's okay. I know you were vitamined up. I was just getting to the gym, and I felt good. No, they'll be fine, man. They'll probably win tonight by about 16 points, 17 points.
Getting in and out of the game, I haven't been able to really feel the flow of it. Brian, you've been watching this matchup this whole time. What are you seeing from this Miami Heat team tonight that you weren't seeing the rest of the series?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, recent programming that we've put out, pretty hard on Bam, and for good reason. He's had to answer, and he has so far. And I will say that they didn't have a great last few minutes because they're only up 15, but they're up 15 without Jimmy really having a large impact on this game offensively, and Tyler Hero still struggling, still in his slump. And right now, I think the thing to watch is, I'm not even saying that this is suspicious or anything like that, but it's something to watch going forward, because I do think that they need to attack more. They have 3 free throw attempts right now, just 3. Boston has 18. Boston started getting a lot of those in the second quarter, and they sort of found something offensively there. Now, we know that the Heat typically like to come out of the first half into the second half very strongly, and I'm expecting them to start the third quarter off well and focused. Jimmy Butler played 20 minutes in that first half, so he's on pace to have 40 minutes if this continues. If you're the Heat, you would prefer to put this away early so that he doesn't, sort of have to play a 40-minute game. game because this is still expected to be a long series. But there's a lot of great things here that you could take from this. And I think the main thing is that Bam has arrived, but this has to continue, and you still have to finish the game.
Man, we have so many speakers today. I love this energy right now. Chris, I'm going to kick it to you, and then we're going to let Marco go. Go ahead, man.
All right, I've got some stats for you real quick. Miami shooting 51% from the floor, 43.8 from three, 100% from the line, although they've only taken 3 free throws. 17 defensive rebounds, 7 offense for a total of 24. 14 assists, 9 steals, 2 blocks, 3 turnovers with 12 personal fouls. The Boston Celtics, ladies and gentlemen, not faring as well. 42.9% from the floor, 25 from deep, 77.8 from the line, a total of 21 rebounds, 17 defensive, 4 offensive, 10 assists, 1 steal, 4 blocks, 11 turnovers, 9 fouls. You heard the score, 60-47. And if I remember correctly, you were sending it over to Etwan Paramore.
Chris is reading these stats from ESPN.com, by the way, just to let everybody know. Go ahead, Marco.
All right, guys, I'll make this quick. I'll make this quick because it's some really nasty rain outside and it's kind of giving me some shit. I'm in Texas, by the way, so shout out to my Orlando people also in this kind of hellhole rain we're going in right now. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Bam stuff. My man, that post up, I think somebody I follow named Amaz92, who's I followed for a long time. He's a great friend. Shout out to him. He Twitter lifer right there. He talked about that post up on Jaylen Brown. Bam's fake aggressiveness lies whenever he kind of just settles for a fadeaway shot there. But that time he just pounded the ball in and shot a lefty hook over him. A lefty hook. So it's a different animal. He unleashes everything, but also the whole team kind of just was looking for him. Sometimes the team doesn't look for him. And tonight they made it like a point of emphasis. We're going to get Bam the ball in his spots. Tyler's not shooting the ball well, but he's getting Bam the ball where he needs it. He's one of the few guys that does that. I mentioned in our group chat that he's the one guy who actually hits Bam on that short roll and just the roll in general. Kyle Lowry gets him the ball in other places, but Tyler's just elite at that. And he just has chemistry with him there. So hopefully, the next half, they're still going to go to that. Maybe they'll go to Jimmy, kind of give Bam a little bit of a breather. Maybe they just go to both and say, we're just going to pound the ball inside and we're going to make you foul us and get more than 3 free throws.
Yeah, I like all the options tonight. Even putting Bam out there by himself with 4 shooters, 4 spacers, something that we saw at the end of the regular season. We would do that with Jimmy too. Lots of things that he can go to. We're going to kind of try and move this as quick as we can through the last couple speakers so we can get as many requests in as possible. Ray, I'm going to shoot it to you because you got your hand up and I'm scared it's about to fall off. You keep it up any longer, and then we'll go to Heat Muse after that.
Oh, man, I'm just going to talk about how good it is to have Lowry back, man. You can tell immediately from the start of the game that he had an impact. The pace increased. He was pushing the ball in transition when we would get rebounds. He took a pull-up 3 transition 3 that went in. Like, you can immediately tell that having him in our offense makes everyone – it just makes everybody better. He's got, like – he might not have Hall of Fame floor general, but he's got the next best thing. Bam's aggressiveness is something that has to continue. And another thing is I love to see Bam and Tyler in the pick and roll because, like Marco said, Tyler is getting Bam the ball on the slip or on the roll almost every time, and he's wide open in the paint for either an easy layup, kind of a dunk, and he's figuring out now that they don't want to get in his way. They maybe they want to swipe at him, but he can get to the rim. So if Bam's got this going in his mind, then we're going to be good. Go Heat.
Go ahead, Heat Muse.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, I think we all talked about, the biggest thing we had to do was win that turnover battle. And we had 9 steals in the first half, which is like, I think it's the most for any team in the playoffs this year. And, we got 3 turnovers. They got 11. So we just got to keep that up. And, we're going to win this a breeze. And, that's how, and shout out Bam, because Bam, they've been looking real good. So that's all I really wanted to say about that.
Yo, they got Grant Williams on a poster, man. Where's the boy?
Bro, I am so happy. Bro, I am so happy. I'm not going to start this.
All right. Luke, go ahead, man.
Yeah, turnover battles are essential to give them momentum. So those small mistakes have a pretty big impact when it comes to the greater game. But I just want to point out how great Spoelstra is. I mean, you talk about in-game adjustments. Obviously, Oladipo, one of my favorite guys when he's hooping out there. But the fact that Spo feels comfortable leaving this guy out, putting Duncan in if he has to. These guys just kind of go in and out when they're hot, and Spoelstra is great at detecting that. He's great at putting guys in good situations, and it's really incredible. You see a guy like Caleb Martin who was struggling to get into the rotation in earlier rounds, and he's hooping out here tonight. Duncan Robinson getting some productive minutes, albeit the fouls. And I mean, Max Strus goes from being a bench guy to a starter to, still a really good guy who can drop threes in front of Grant Williams' face. So it's always fun to watch this team, and that's because of our incredible, historically great head coach.
Anytime you can embarrass Grant Williams is a good time.
Hell yeah.
Mateo, shoot, man. What you got?
What's up, yo? How I'm seeing it, Miami is hammering the interior. They're finishing and drawing help defenders, which is leaving the perimeter open, which it's also weird because there's a free throw difference of 15 attempts favoring Boston. However, the Heatles have taken care of the rock, been first to loose balls, and are pushing the pace. Some of this has been Boston's carelessness, but Miami is bothering the passing lanes. They got 9 steals. More than a handful of those were intercepted. Miami didn't end the first half well, but their work defending the paint and the corners is encouraging. Miami has limited Boston to 8 out of 19 attempts in the interior, and from the corners, just 1 of 4 attempts. So that's what I got. Thanks.
Joy. We ready.
Yes,
We
sir.
ready.
Yes,
We
sir.
ready.
Listen, Tony, did you hear everything they were saying? Did you hear it? No, seriously. Listen. They told me that Kyle Lowry wouldn't have an impact. He has the second biggest plus minus right now under Bam. He's a plus 14. That's number one. I was told that he wasn't going to be a difference maker. That's what I was told. I heard so many Bam Adebayo jokes. I heard Scam Adebayo. I heard Bam Adebayo. I heard so many different freaking jokes about Bam. But who's the fraud now? Who's the freaking fraud now? He got 21 freaking points. Okay? I just won $20 freaking dollars off of tonight's game. $20. All I said was that Bam would have 17 points. At least 17. This me already got. I already won my freaking money. I love it. I freaking love it. Yes.
Turn that All we want tonight is the coming out. Freedom time. All we want is the fathers, the best fathers they can possibly be. We want Jason to take as much time with his son as he possibly can tonight.
Jimmy Butler's out for the game.
That's not funny. That was a crazy thing just to drop right there that I now have to check on. Guys, that's not even funny. Thank you so much for spending time with us. We're going to be closing up the space, man. We'll see you next halftime.
All right, guys, we are back with the third quarter. Tonight's game, the third game of the Eastern Conference Finals. Let me get back to it. Give me a second. Sorry. I was finishing my dinner. And now we're back with the action here. I didn't see the play, so let's see. What happened with Jimmy Butler? Knee inflammation says here. Let me see. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened there. Knee soreness is the official call there. Jimmy's bad knee. Maybe that's why he was not as active at some point. Some reports affirm that Jimmy Butler's maybe gonna be surgery after this season is over, so we'll see. Probably more Victor Oladipo. All right, let's see here. Marcus Smart. Oh, right ankle too. That doesn't look any good. Whoa. That looked very painful. Oh, man. He's probably not coming back. Oof. So, just like that, no Jimmy Butler and no Marcus Smart here. All right. Oladipo's in. Kyle Lowry, Bam Adebayo, PJ Tucker, and Max Strus. Floater for Tucker. He misses. I'm behind again. So, guys, I'm sorry. Third quarter. Jason Tatum for 2. He misses. Rebound for PJ Tucker. To Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry for 3. He makes it. Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry. Blah, 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 blah. 13 minutes for Kyle Lowry. 8 points. Now Jaylen Brown going inside. Good play. He split the defense there. And he gets 2 points. Damn, I don't know why I'm so behind this time. ABC, come on, keep it up. 19 points for Jaylen Brown. Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry finds Bam Adebayo, who attacks the basket. He gets 2 more points. So with no Jimmy, he's going to have to beat Bam Adebayo night. And it's been, since the beginning of this game, 18 points already for Bam. 9-4-14. Oh, great defensive play by Victor Oladipo. Back to Tucker. 3-on-2. Tucker for 3. He misses. I don't know why they're selling down for these threes, man. They had numbers there. They had numbers, so they could have gone for the easier basket. Great defense now. It's Bam Adebayo with another steal. Bam Adebayo is going to finish. He finished with Tatum on him. So bam, 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 bam. 20 points for Bam Adebayo. 13 turnovers for Boston. Points off turnovers, 18 Miami, 1 for Boston. Horford, corner 3. It's in. Horford has been saving the Celtics. He hit the first 3 of the night, and now he hits one when Miami was getting hot. 15 points for Horford so far. Kyle Lowry for 3. Misses. Long rebound for Tatum. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown for Tatum. He finds Grant Williams. That ball looked out. It's not. Grant Williams. 12 seconds. Horford. Back to Jaylen Brown. Brown with Oladipo on him. Horford. He finds Tatum. Ooh, they call that foul on Bam. I don't know. Second foul for Bam. What do you guys think? Well, first that ball looked out. Yeah, it was a foul. Right arm on right arm, right there. That's what I saw. Let me see. Yeah, maybe. What? Wait, did Butler tweak his knee in this game? No, I think that he didn't come back for the second half. So my guess is that he wasn't feeling very well in the first half to start with. And if you actually review his numbers, we talked about it. I said it was gonna be a Jimmy takeover at some point. He only shot 8 attempts. It was 3 for 8 from the field. No threes tonight. Only 2 free throws. Not really that effective tonight. Kyle Lowry finds Tucker in the paint for Struz for 3. Short one. Tatum now to Jaylen Brown, to Horford, to Pritchard. Good rotation for the Heat on defense. Williams now. He's going out of bounds. Nothing. Back to Horford. He has Struz on him. 4 seconds. Is he going to attack? He did attack. Oh, they call a foul on Tucker, I think, in the rebound. Oh, no, they called it on Kyle Lowry pushing Williams in the chest. And I don't know why he's celebrating like that. He didn't do anything. But I guess you're free to celebrate whatever you want. Jaylen Brown goes in, gets 2 points. So 69-57. This is getting closer. 12-point advantage for the Heat. Kyle Lowry now. This is an important moment of the game. The fans come up. Loud as noise. Max Struz for 3. Max Struz for 3. Silencing the crowd here on TD Garden. And here comes Marcus Smart. He's coming. Here comes Marcus Smart back to the court. The fans get happy. And he's back. He's probably in a lot of pain. You have to, for all of you that play sports, once you roll that ankle, if it's still hot, you can keep going on it at some point, and then once it gets cold, that was it. Once that ankle gets cold, once you stop playing, that's it for you. We'll see. Hopefully, he's fine. Jason Mayer says Boston by 20. Damn, ESPN wedding on that Smart scene. Yes. Well, the thing now, you have to attack Smart. I mean, take advantage of that ankle. That's the reality. Let's see. Oh, man, here we go. This is going to be a close one. Announcers, fans, refs, everybody hyping the Celtics Heat versus the world, really. Yeah, I agree. Everybody but us here on the Five Reasons YouTube channel. So you are safe with us. 72-59. Bam Adebayo has Grant Williams on him. Adebayo to Struz. Come on, Bam. You have to attack. Back to Bam. He finds Tucker in the corner. Oh, bad shot. Air ball. And here comes the Celtics. Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown. They've hit the Heat. The Celtics fans get into it. Jason Tatum with the ball. Marcus Smart for three, and he makes it. Timeout by Eric Spoelstra. Marcus Smart barely can move, but that was a great play for him. All right. Come on. Greg Netland says UD. We need Butler. Rush Music says that crowd rocking. This is unbelievable. Jimmy gets hurt, and refs help carry the Celtics back into the game. Well, we knew this was gonna happen, so they just have to keep playing basketball. All right, let me see. All right, let me see. Smart can barely walk, but Jimmy can't come back out. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Jack just attack the paint. That's all. Maybe more Bam. We have to get more of that Bam, aggressive Bam that we saw in the first half. We jumping at every damn pump fake. Tucker's missing open threes. Well, he just missed that one. Give me a break. Morris, maybe. We'll see what happens. Wide open threes. Bam needs to focus. He's back on being passive. I love the Heat, but we without our best player. Morris. Yeah, he'll say today, Jason Mayer. Mario Cristo Goat says, Smart running back into the court. What do you mean he can barely walk? What I mean is that first, he could barely walk when he went out. Now he can play. He's playing, actually. He just hit a three, so now he's fine. But he went from just barely walking to now playing. So there you go. What's the score? 72-62, Gian Rosario. Jimmy must be in really bad shape. Yes. Where's Caleb Martin? Dude was playing great in the first quarter. Put him in. 10-point game now. We were leading as much as 26. Yeah. Attack smart all day. Hanging out by a thread here. How Jimmy got hurt? No, he just didn't come out for the second half. Bam gets two every time if we fit him. Down low. Let's go old school in the paint. Back at him and crush them. Yeah. Let me see. Luke Weber. Got you. 72. Let's go. Bam gets to every time. Yeah, we'll see. All right, we're back. And here we go. ESPN is trying to sell that Marcus Smart is the heart and soul of the team story. Okay, that's fine. Here we go. Back to the action. Here comes them Heat. Kyle Lowry. Bam Adebayo. Jimmy Butler not playing. Tyler Hero now with Horford on him. Tyler Hero. He finds PJ Tucker. Now back to Hero. Lowry. That was a good pump fake. Hero shoots a quick three. Couldn't make it. But I like the ball movement. He comes smart. He turns the ball over. It's Miami Heat ball again. Tyler Hero. Bam, I'm so behind. I don't like it. I'm going to restart this thing. Let me see if on this computer we can get a better, closer look to the action. Kyle Lowry with a step back. He scores there. I'm too behind. I don't know why. Let me see. Let me get back to it here. Yeah, I guess I'm going to switch here to the other broadcast, which is a little ahead. So give me a second. All right, now we're talking. So after that Horford three, a couple of baskets for the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo being aggressive again. And we love that version of Bam. Bam Bam. So he heard you. Yeah, I know. He has to hear me. Thank you, Bam. Jermaine's like, Bam has disappeared. And then he comes back to it. So I'm still a little bit behind, but a little better now. I don't know why the other day it wasn't that bad. Right now is a lot. Like I'm just watching the Celtics coming with the ball. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown on Tyler Hero. He pushes. That looked like a foul. Not called. And it's 2 points for Jaylen Brown. A little bit over 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. It's a 10-point game. Jaylen Brown with 23 points. Horford with 20. Bam Adebayo leading the Heat. Tyler Hero shoots, misses. Come on, Hero. Come on, Hero. Marcus Smart and another turnover. Ooh. They're saying it's a kickball. 16 seconds now. I don't know. I didn't see it, but we're back to it. Boston with the ball. Marcus Smart. He should have shot that three there. All right, he finds Horford. Ooh, in and out. That looked like a foul, but it was a block. Good defensive play by the Miami Heat. PJ Tucker. And it's out of bounds. I love how PJ Tucker gets when he's competitive. Let's go Celtics chant here at TD Garden. TD Garden. Here we go. Marcus Smart again. Pick and roll. He turns the ball over. That's a foul on Pritchard. Was it Pritchard? No, it's Williams. Great defensive play by Depot, though. So, defense right now is what keeping the Miami Heat a little bit away from the Celtics. Victor Oladipo struggling to score in his first minutes in this game. He goes to his right, attacking the basket, stops, and that's a 2-1. Gian, yes, the score that you see here on the broadcast is the up-to-date score. So 80-67. I'm a little behind. William Davis. Thank you, Dipo. Hola, Dipo. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? That was a good play. Going up. Then getting touched by Grant Williams on the right forearm. And that's a foul. And now the Celtics have the ball. We're back. Jaylen Brown. No. Okay. Marcus Smart. If we win this match, we win the series. It's going to be a long series. It's going to be a fun series. So we're going to enjoy it here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Another kickball. PJ Tucker. The 5 on the floor right now. Tyler Hero, PJ Tucker, Bam Adebayo, Gabe Vincent, and Victor Oladipo. Oh, Almost a turnover by the Celtics. The job that Tucker is doing on Tatum, it's impressive. Jaylen Brown with Victor Oladipo on him. Wow, that was a great basket. 3-point shot for the Celtics. I'm a little behind, guys. I'm sorry. Jaylen Brown, 26 points. Defense. Oladipo finds Hero. Hero for 2. Hero makes it. 2 points, 82-70. Let's see what's going on right now. Tyler Hero, 6 points, 3 for 12 from the field, 0 for 3. Let's finish this quarter strong. Let's go Heat. That's the message from our friend. Enter the Vortex. Rebound for Bam Adebayo. Bam comes with the ball. Bam. Bam Adebayo finds Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero attacking the basket. He finds PJ Tucker in the corner for 3. And that's a good one. 3 points for PJ Tucker. 85-70 for the Miami Heat. Entering the last minute of this third quarter here in a second. Jason Tatum goes down. He wants a whistle. Grant Williams and PJ Tucker getting into each other's face. This is heating up. We love it. PJ Tucker's not going anywhere. He's guarding Tatum, even going into the showers tonight. Welcome to the NBA playoffs. All right, here we go. Tatum is going to be a side in. Well, all right. 1 minute, 6 seconds left in my screen. You guys are a little bit ahead, so I'm sorry. Jaylen Brown. Marcus Smart to his right. Jaylen Brown for 3. He misses. Rebound. That looked like a push by Marcus Smart on Tyler Hero, but he gets a rebound and 2 points. So 50 seconds to end this third quarter. Marcus Smart, 12 points, 4 for 8 from the field. Tyler Hero attacking the basket. He finds Caleb Martin in the corner for 3. Misses, barely misses. That was a good one, though. Jaylen Brown attacking the basket. He goes down. That's going to be a jump with 31 seconds left. They tackle Brown, yeah. Sorry. Jaylen Brown spun. He was spinning. Then that looked like a foul by Vincent. Then he went down. Oladipo grabbed the ball, and now they're calling a jump ball as soon as they get into this. The jump, nobody touched it. Let me see. Now it's Caleb Martin. It's hit ball. Hit ball. Miami Heat ball. And here we go. Let me see. Let me watch the replay. Somebody barely touched it. I think it was Brown, and then it fell into Tyler Hero's hand, and Brown just threw it back. Then Martin got it. Great hustle play by Caleb Martin. Max throws back in. Oladipo goes out. Kyle Lowry, 15 steals for Miami tonight. That's been one of the keys of the game. 18 turnovers for Boston. Points of turnovers, 23 for Miami, only 4 for Boston. Here comes Tyler Hero attacking the basket. He stops, he shoots, he makes a nearly impossible shot, man. That was a hard shot there. Jaylen Brown for 3, in and out. And that's gonna be it. Bam Adebayo goes for the long 3. He misses. 87-72 at the end of the third quarter. Miami Heat up by 15. It got down to 8 at some point. It's been up to 26 at some other points, but it's Miami Heat up by 15 going into the fourth quarter. All right, let's watch the box score here. And I'm sorry for all of you that are watching and not a little bit ahead of me. All right. Bam Adebayo, 23 points. 11 points for PJ Tucker, 11 points for Max Strus, 10 for Kyle Lowry, 8 for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler has not played in the second half. He's had some issues with his knee, and he didn't come back for the second half. For the Miami Heat from the bench, Miami Heat has, look at how many points from the bench tonight. 8 for Hero, 3 for Vincent, 3 for Oladipo, 8 for Martin, 2 for Robinson. Sorry. So that's 10, 16, 24 points off the bench tonight for the Heat. For the Celtics, on the other hand, 26 points for Jaylen Brown, 20 for Al Horford, and 10 rebounds for Horford as well. He has a double-double already. 9 points for Tatum. Great defensive effort there by PJ Tucker. Marcus Smart, 12 points, 4 rebounds. No points for Daniel Theis. 2 points for Grant Williams. 4 rebounds for him. 3 points for Pritchard. So right now, only 5 points coming off the bench for Boston. That's been another difference there. Miami Heat, like I just said, 24 points. So 24-5 in the bench battle. The Miami Heat also, Bam Adebayo, 11 for 17 from the field. He's been the best shooter tonight. After him, PJ Tucker and Max Strus, 4 for 8. Both of them. Kyle Lowry, 4 for 9. Hero, 4 for 13. He's missed a lot of shots. Tonight, only 30%. He's missed his 4th attempt from 3. The Heat started really hot from 3. Remember, 6 for 8. Right now, only 10 for 28. So they are 4 for 20 in their last 20 shots. 4 for 20. They started 6 for 8. Now 4 for 20. We need more action there. And being more effective from the 3-point line if possible. What else? Let me check some of the other numbers. Collectively from the field, Miami Heat, sorry, is shooting 48%, 36 for 75. It's good. And 5 for 5 on free throws. On rebounds, they have a total of 29 rebounds, 8 offensive, 21 defensive, 4 turnovers. Boston, on the other hand, has 18 turnovers, and they have 34 rebounds. Just talking a little bit about the numbers coming into this fourth quarter. Let me see. Shade feeling in crisis, free in crisis. Go Miami Heat. Rush Mussing says whoever wins the series is gonna be tired going into the finals. Let's go Miami Heat. Heat Nation. We need Hero in the fourth quarter. 3-point woes lately explains the comeback. Yeah, that also. Malika Andrews. No tomatoes. I don't know what she said. I mean, I'm still in commercials right now. Let me see. Enter the vortex. Okay, here she comes. Okay, they're talking about Marcus Smart. The third was a wash. Big win if we can get it done. Malika is all right. Let me see. The third quarter was tied 25-25. Ooh, in and out for Jason Tatum. And here comes Bam Adebayo. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam. To Gabe Vincent. Fakes it. Makes Theis dance a little bit. Backed to the 3-point line. It's Bam Adebayo with Grant Williams on him. He goes for the mid-range shot. He gets it. Bam Adebayo is really carrying the team tonight. That's the Bam that we want to see. Right now, the 5 on the floor. Vincent, Adebayo, Hero, Martin, and Strus. And that's a foul call on Max Strus. So I think it's Theis going to the line. Lowry for Strus, please. We need defense. Well, I think Lowry's going to finish. So that's why he's not playing these minutes. But he's right there. He's standing right there by the court. Theis misses the first free throw. William says, Alejandro, 22 free throws to 5 free throws for the Heat. Crap is rigged. Well, yeah, the Boston Celtics are, I'm not saying it's rigged, but they are getting more calls than Miami for sure. They are being more aggressive too, to going to the basket. So a little bit of everything. But we knew it was going to be like that. Like you guys said here in the chat, is Heat versus the world. Miami, 5 for 5 from free throw. Boston, 18 for 24. They've missed 6. So all right, Gabe Vincent to Bam Adebayo. Hero for 3. That looked like a foul. Nothing. 0 for 5 for Tyler Hero from the 3-point line. Like we said before, he hasn't been effective. Marcus Smart for 3. He misses. Rebound for Bam Adebayo. This game really slowed down. Miami Heat scored 39 points in the first half. In the first quarter, I'm sorry. After that, it's been rough for Miami. I mean, they've had to work a lot. Only 23 points in the second quarter, 25 in the third. Boston now attacking the basket. Marcus Smart, easy basket, 2 points, 89-75. 10 minutes to go. A lot of basketball to be played yet. 14 points for Smart. Now they're calling a foul on Smart, running over Bam Adebayo. $89-75. How do you guys feel about the Miami Heat tonight? We'll see. All right, here comes the Heat. Points in the paint, 42 for Miami, 26 for Boston. Bam Adebayo has a lot to do with that. Max Strus for 3, air ball. Grant Williams grabs it, and here come the Celtics. 9 minutes, 45 seconds. Derek White. White with Williams. He finds Tatum, who has Tyler Hero and Gabe Vincent on him. He gives the ball away. Caleb Martin going at it. He made the basket, but they're saying it's an offensive foul. It's a charge. Too bad, because that was a great play by Martin. But it was an elbow in the mouth. Jaylen Brown attacking the basket. Another foul. Now they call the foul on Dedmon. Technical foul on Gabe Vincent. It is a blocking foul because Dedmon was inside the circle. It's a free throw for Tatum because Vincent said something to the ref. So, with free throws, the Boston Celtics have made it a 9-point game. Jaylen Brown misses the second one. That's been one of the stories, too. A lot of missed free throws for the Boston Celtics. So, 89-80. Hero's shooting too many threes. The ball's not going in. So, I mean, I know you guys were asking for Lowry. This is the moment to do it. After this Grant Williams 3 that put this game 89-80, it's a time for Kyle Lowry. And Hero's probably going to have to go out. All right. Some of your comments here. Tyler shooting 49 footers for sure. Not working at all. Takes Truce out. Spoke took too long for the timeout, I guess. Ronald Fonte, welcome back. He says, can we get Hero out of the game if he's not going to score and he's giving us nothing on defense? Yes, that's one of the options. Rush says Hero's killing us. Lucidity says Heat versus refs. Let me see. Ron Baker, oh hell, here we go. Heroes killing us. Dominic Woods, Enter the Vortex is pissed off. Shoot two's Hero. Our friend Shade Friend Christ. Vannevar says, get Kyle or Bam back in the game as soon as possible. Well, right now with almost 9 minutes to go, it's a good time to do it. Bad shot for Tyler. Put Lowry and Depot back in. Our friend Novi Kane. No tomato says Lowry for Struce. Van says, don't put that man. Why is Kyle out? Well, Kyle's out because he's probably going to finish this game. So this is the time that they get some rest. Run plays for Bam again. Where's Vic? Rush says, Spo took too long. How we let so much time on the fourth go by that squad? Put it there. Come on, Spo. Put Bam in. Bat Vic Lowry. Mario Cristo Goat says, why are Kyle, Bam, and Vic all on the bench in the fourth quarter? Well, because, I mean, remember, Jimmy Butler's out, so your guys are to finish our Kyle Lowry, Bam Adebayo, probably, of course. They're going to pick between Max Strus, Victor Oladipo, and then, I don't know, Caleb Martin if you need defense, maybe. PJ Tucker is another option. So you have to play with that. Remember, Oladipo is the way, says our friend Greg. Ronald says, Alejandro, I've been listening to the show while watching the game and working on the house. Great. I like it. Omar Rodriguez, they need this lineup the rest of the game. Lowry, Depot, Caleb, Tucker, Bam. Yeah, you see? Those are the options. I mean, yeah, I agree. Strus can be the other option if you don't want to play Caleb there. But that's the team right there. No Hero. This is supposed to be the Hero moment, but it hasn't been. So it's been Bam's moment. Might as all put Duncan in. Tyler isn't playing great D. No rest. 8 minutes tonight. How long Jimmy out? He's not going to be back tonight. Hero can do it, but not as the main ball. No word yet on Jimmy. Greg Nathan says, Butler's chilling. We good. I'm watching the game standing up. I can't even sit down. Yes, please stand up and make some noise for your Miami Heat. And these refs are so one-sided, it's actually jokes. Yeah, that technical foul on Gabe Vincent was bullshit. All right, Hero having a bad series, but Tyler's gonna hit some big shots late tonight. Hopefully, Hero's gone this season for Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell. We'll get into trade talk at some point. Jimmy Butler will not return. Some issues with his knee, so he's not coming back. All right, we're back to the action. Bam Adebayo. He attacks, gets fouled by Grant Williams. Williams wants the review there. The challenge. We'll see if they take it. Let's watch the replay. Bam going to his left. That looks like it's all ball. They've called it the other way for my. Well, it's ball in hand. Oh, actually, that's a foul. All right. We'll see what they call. All right. Yeah, they're challenging. So, and they're going to go to another commercial. All right. Hero plays like he wants out. I don't think so. He's just not being effective. Tucker, Depot, Lowry, Bam out of the game? No, they'll be back. They'll be back. Get the ball back to Bam. That's it. Playing against the refs as well. Well, we know if the Miami Heat wants to win a championship, this is what's gonna happen. I mean, you're gonna have it's been happening against the Hawks. It's happened against the Sixers. It's gonna happen in this series against the Celtics. It's gonna happen in a possible finals against the Warriors. So it is what it is. You have to win that way now. You have to beat the other team and you have to beat the refs. That's a foul. Got him across the hand. Yes, I agree. And in the other, I mean, they had two angles. The angle from Bam's left side looked like Williams hit the ball. From the other side, from behind Williams, it actually looked like it was hand and ball. So I agree with you. They will lose that challenge. If the refs overturn this, it's rigged. He got his hands. Let's close out. Williams all balls, says our friend Van Van. Challenge. Bam showed up. We can't buy free throws. Bad challenge. Boston is buying free throws. Warriors aren't a sure thing. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just saying any names just because. I mean, the Warriors or whatever team they have to face. If it's the Mavericks with Luca there, we'll see. Let me get some water here. Let me get some water. This fourth quarter doesn't want to get going, so we're going to be here for a while. And remember, as soon as the game's over, the post-up show live here on the Five Reasons YouTube channel, hosted by our friend Royal Shepherd. He's going to be here. We are going to be here with the post-up show. They promised me they're not going to say any bad words. Nah, I'm just kidding. We'll see what happens. All right. Let's see what the refs come up with this time. At this point, Struz is more than hero on defense. Yes, for sure. No Tomato says Mavs versus Heat part 3 since the Heat missed Bucks versus Celtics part 3. Hero got one clutch 3 in him. Well, hopefully we need some of that. I mean, Bucks versus Heat part 3. Yes, that would have been I mean, that's the series we were all expecting, but then Boston came up, and this has been a great series as well. So I like it. Whoa, my stomach is in nuts watching this. Oh my god! Oh, what happened? They overruled this. Let's see. I'm just getting the signal back. So. These refs must have been first responders of the. All right, so it's a jump ball. I guess it is what it is. All right. So it's jump ball, and Boston gets the ball. So 8 minutes. 8 minutes left to play here in the game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Series tied 1-1. Miami Heat visiting the Boston Celtics. Air ball by Jason Tatum. Victor Oladipo and Grant Williams are going to go for a jump ball again. And this game is going forever. This is taking so long. All right. Ronald Fonte says the NBA wants the Celtics to advance so bad. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. All right. Jump ball. No Jimmy and these refs like this. My goodness. Tell me about it. I'm reading all your comments. Why isn't Jimmy at least out there for support? What's going on? I haven't seen him. Oh, Duncan Robinson is in. Oh no, this is from earlier. I'm like, what? They're playing some early plays. Yeah, Jimmy Butler's there and everything. All right. Incredible officiating. 5 free throws by the Heat, 27 by the Celtics. Tell me the refs are not biased. Well, that's a good point, my friend Ronald. Refs trying to slow the momentum of the Heat. Shake my head. All right, here we go. Heat ball now. Max Strus back to Lowry. So now it's Lowry, Bam, Victor Oladipo, Max Strus, and PJ Tucker. Pretty close to that lineup that we were talking about. Only Max Strus for Caleb Martin. So we'll see. Kyle Lowry. 2 is left. For 3. He misses. Rebound for Horford. Here comes Derrick White. Jason Tatum with Max Strus on him. He spins. He goes. He finds Horford for 3. He misses. Rebound for PJ Tucker. Here comes Kyle Lowry. 7 minutes, 30 seconds. Kyle Lowry with the ball. Miami Heat 10 for 32. They started 6 for 8 from 3. Now they're 10 for 32. Just a horrible end of the game. Bam! Adebayo! After a great pass by Max Strus, he dunks it. And it's 91-80. We love aggressive Bam. Bam aggressive. Super Bam. Jaylen Brown now. That's a great defensive play by Victor Oladipo. Here comes the fast break. Oladipo. The ball gets stripped by Derrick White, but great defensive play by Oladipo. Oladipo. Depot is such a beast. Once we make once we make it to 100, it's over for Boston, says our friend Shade. And Ronald Fonte says, PJ. I'm a little behind, so sorry if I'm not up to what's going on right now. All right. Oladipo now. Playing with passion here in the fourth quarter. Kyle Lowry with Tatum on him. Kyle Lowry. He falls down. Tucker. Jump. And he gets 2 points. PJ Tucker with the rebound, the step back 2, and he makes it 93-80 for the Miami Heat. For the Miami Heat, Marcus Smart now on the ball. He goes past Kyle Lowry, attacking Max Strus, and he gets 2 points. 93-82 with 6 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Eric Spoelstra goes in the court. Here we go. Bam Adebayo, 6 minutes left. This game has taken forever, especially in this fourth quarter. Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry finds Bam Adebayo, who has Marcus Smart on him. He's going to attack. And they're going to call a foul on Bam. We knew this was going to happen. Oh, man. Talking about flops. Yeah, Bam one was a little too aggressive in that one. You have to know the Smart is a flopper, says our friend Ronald. Yeah, but sometimes you can just get into the flow of the game. All right, Max Strus going for it. Oh, that's a great block by Jaylen Brown. So this is going to be Grant Williams misses a 3. Jaylen Brown saves it back to Brown. So that's an assist and a Smart. That's a foul and then 1. Oh, my God. Everything that went down there. Jason Tatum is in pain. Max Strus got blocked in a fast break. Then the Celtics saved that ball. I don't know even how. And Tatum's down in a lot of pain. So this is going to be, oh, man. Ugh. How long has this fourth quarter been? Let me see. What time is it? 5 minutes until 11 already. 10:40, 10:54. Oh my God. All right. Woo. These refs, man. I know. Tinder people out. Let me see. I need another drink. Yeah, I know. This game, though. Yeah, I know. Remember, right after this game is over, we're gonna have our post-game show, the Post Up, hosted by our friend Royal Shepherd. So make sure you join us. And you have not done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let me see how many we have right now. Let's check real quick. We are at 18,522 subscribers. We're trying to get to 19,000 subscribers by the end of the playoffs. I mean, we're halfway. We started in a little bit later. A little bit less than 18,000. And now we're halfway to our goal. Tatum is going to the locker room. Let me see what happened there. The great defensive play by Depot. And then, I mean, I didn't see a hit. And then Max Struz was blocked by Jalen Brown. Clean block. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see the hand because the other day they call a foul on Tyler Hero, even though he hit ball, but with his body, he hit Marcus Smart's head. So, what's going on here? Oh my God. Struz couldn't even pump fake. It was hard because he was running, but I agree with that comment from Ronalds who says, House Brown block, not a foul with the offhand pulling Struz down. Yes, that's where the foul is, in my opinion. All right. 93, 85, hit ball, 5 minutes, 11 seconds. Kyle Lowry going for it. Victor Oladipo shoots, misses, rebound for Jalen Brown. Oh, man, this is getting interesting. Jalen Brown goes past Kyle Lowry. Lowry flops. Brown makes it 93-87. And this is getting interesting. PJ Tucker's coming to talk to the ref. Haslam's coming out to get him. Let me see. Let me watch the replay. It looks close, but it was a flop by Kyle Lowry. This is the flopper game. The flopping game. It's been Tucker, it's been Marcus Smart, and now Lowry. All right. Joe Alarcon says, I'm so scared. Refs on a roll. Why is Jimmy not at least on the bench? Need that Jimmy pep talk? I don't know. I'm not sure. Rigged, according to a friend, Novi Kane. Ronald says, Celtics have momentum. He need to come out of with energy out of this timeout. The refs aren't on our side. Time for UD. The free throw differential is absolutely insane. Getting no calls. Let's go Heat. Let's go Heat. Let's go Heat. Shade is a little bit scared. Can't believe what's going on. We need Jimmy on that bench, giving the team some energy. Show those kids how to do it, Udonis. Mitchell Whittington says, oh my God, Brown blocks Hero and hits him in the face. No foul. This whole series, the refs are on the Celtics side. Yeah, I think it was on Struz, but yeah, I agree with you. Make some whatever you're at. We need to steal this one. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Eliseo Lopez says, watching from the Philippines, when the leading team can't create counter runs, this end is inevitable. All right, here we go. Miami Heat. Celtics. Kyle Lowry attacking. Oh, he gives the ball away. Not understanding what PJ Tucker was doing. Now Jalen Brown coming. Marcus Smart. He's back. No Jimmy Butler for the rest of the game. Jalen Brown going past Max Strus. And I don't get why Max Strus is still playing. But Spolster's call, I guess. All right, here we go. Kyle Lowry. Jaylen Brown today, by the way, 34 points. 9-0 Boston for 9-0 run for Boston. Jason Tatum comes back. Kyle Lowry to Bam Adebayo, almost turns it over to PJ Tucker, who misses an easy basket. Come on, man. You had to make that one. I don't know why Tucker doesn't just dunk that ball, but it is what it is. And now they call a foul on Max Strus. All right. We need defenders. Strus is getting blown by. We'll see. We'll see. You gotta be kidding me, says our friend Alejandro Q. It's a close one to finish here in TD Garden. Miami Heat 93, Boston Celtics 89. Great defensive play by Victor Oladipo. It's gonna be a jump ball. Feed Bam, says our friend Ronald Fonte. Great Nutland says millions of floppers. Floppers are for me. Millions of floppers. Floppers ain't free. Rush Music says bam. Grun says Tatum back. What did I say? Yeah. Tatum is back, and it's Celtics ball. They had 2 seconds. Nothing. Great block by Bam Adebayo. Great block by Bam Adebayo. Come on, Bam. And here comes the Miami Heat. Kyle Lowry. For Bam Adebayo. Bam, you need to attack the basket, Bam. Come on. Foul on Jason Tatum, running over Bam Adebayo. We need Bam to keep attacking the basket like he did in the first quarter. Come on, man. Are we even in the bonus? I don't think so. (17-6) here in the fourth quarter. It's not been a good offensive game for Miami in the last quarter, for sure. Kyle Lowry going down. He can't find the basket. 4 seconds. Goes to his right, attacks. Horford misses. And here comes the Celtics. Jason Tatum. Tatum back to Marcus Smart. 2 minutes, 44 seconds. Jaylen Brown for 3. He makes it. It's a 1-point game. 2 minutes, 36 seconds to go. 12-0 run for Boston. They believe it here at TD Garden. Here comes the Miami Heat. Victor Oladipo now. Oladipo. That's a foul by Marcus Smart. So Jaylen Brown today, the best scorer of the game. Kyle Lowry now with the ball. He finds Max Strus for 3. That's a 3 for Max Strus. Strus bomb. There you go. Tyler Hero, by the way, has some eyes on his left leg, so he's probably not coming back to this game. Marcus Smart now. 2 minutes. 2 minutos. Hit defense now. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, guys. Get excited. We are here in game 3. Jaylen Brown almost turns the ball over. It's a 24 clock violation. Great defense by the Miami Heat. The Heat is up now by 4 points. 1 minute, 47 seconds go. Here in the fourth quarter, Kyle Lowry with the ball. 22 turnovers tonight for the Boston Celtics. 27 points for Miami Heat off those turnovers. Here comes the Miami Heat. Max Strus to Bam Adebayo. 4 seconds. Bam. He gets fouled. No, he shoots it. He makes it. Bam Adebayo. He didn't have any other options, but that's 29 points for Bam, 10 rebounds. So double there. Turnover. The Miami Heat recovers the ball. Another turnover for the Celtics. And this is looking very well for the Miami Heat. So a couple of clutch baskets, one by Max Strus, the other one by Bam Adebayo. And the Miami Heat's pulling away after it was 93-92 at some point. Out of the bio. Now it's free throws for PJ Tucker. 98-92. 1 minute, 7 seconds to go. A lot of people coming back. Remember, if you have not done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please give it a thumbs up, give it a like to this video so other people can watch it. Turn the notifications on. And let's go hit. Defense, baby. Nick Johnson. 2-2-2-2-2-2. Tucker, says our friend Rush. So it's 192. 1 minute, 7 seconds to go. Alejandro Q says, come on, guys. Ron Baker says, Tucker. It's Shay says, it's over. Go Heat. Vannevar says, let's go, baby. Rush is roaring like a lion. We have some people that are not welcome here. Those Tinder guys, let's get out. This is how I expect Bam to play every game. This is why I am so hard on him, because he could be that guy. I know, yes. He can be the guy that can lead this team. He can be more aggressive, like he's been tonight. Let me see. He took only 6 shots in game 2. That cannot happen again. He's taken, in game 3, so far, 21 shots. That's the difference right there. I know Jimmy Butler's out, but still. Early in the game when Jimmy was in, it was Bam getting a lot of shots. The second one in field goals attempts tonight, it's Tyler Hero with 15. He's only made 4. The Miami Heat started 6 for 8, remember? Well, after that, they are 5 for 22. No. 5 for 25, actually. Not good. But that 3, that was clutch from Max Strus. All right, we're back to action. Jaylen Brown going to his left. He shoots. He misses. Rebound for PJ Tucker. Now they're calling a loose ball foul. Well, they have to keep this interesting, I guess. Free throws for Boston. Let's see. First, it was a push on Williams. They're calling the foul on Strus, but I saw Grant Williams pushing Strus. So I don't know. You guys give me your opinion, please. All right. Tinder guy, this is a bad time. Yes, please. It's not over 1 minute over. It's not over. We still have 1 minute of basketball. Man, that boy is persistent. ESPN producing a Boston movie. Rush saying bam, bam, bam. Oh my God, 8-point difference again. Refs can beat a good defense. How, bro? Refs got money in this game for sure. 21. Wow. All right, here we go. Heat ball. Victor Oladipo. Jason Tatum. He's getting double team now. Oh, almost get the steal. Miami Heat get the balls over just in time. Oladipo now with 12 seconds. He gets fouled. So Oladipo is going to the line. 194, 48 seconds left. Victor Oladipo misses the first one. All right, this is getting interesting. Come on, Depot. Jonathan Station says we just need to stay calm, waste as much time and the clock and score. Oladipo makes the second one, so it's 101-94. That's a steal by Kyle Lowry. Oh my God, this is gonna be game. Pass to Max Strus, 2 points for the Miami Heat, and this is over, man. Boston's not coming back from this one. Kyle Lowry with a steal. Boston was sleeping. Was taking the nap there. Kyle Lowry went flying in, came flying in, got that steal. That's on Marcus Smart because he was trying to save time. And then great pass by Kyle Lowry. He finds Max Strus, who goes at the rim again against Jaylen Brown, who blocked him earlier in the game and gets his 2 points. So Miami 103, Boston 94 so far. And this looks like it's going to go Miami's way. Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And thank you to all of you guys that are here. A lot of comments coming in. Great Lowland says, sorry, I missed the last play. I was talking to Tinder. Oh, man, guys, you guys are funny. You guys are awesome. I love doing this with you guys. Refs will try to get them back in the game. These refs, man. Riley can't sit down. Ridiculous foul again. These refs should lose their job seriously. These refs shake my head. It's not over yet. Boston don't quit. Williams shoved Strus. Bam tipped it. Refs should be held accountable. Yes, I well, they do have the 2-minute report, so we'll see if they actually do something about it. You got to make this, Depot. The refs are really bad. Ronald Fonte said, let's go. That idiot Smart fouled with 10 seconds left. Yeah, that was a bad foul. Lowry. Yes, that was a great play by Kyle Lowry. All right, here we go. Back to the action. Boston Celtics. They don't want to let go. All right. The ball for Jaylen Brown, who's really hot. Going for 3. He makes it. 103-97. Another timeout. This fourth quarter has gone forever. Remember, as soon as the game's over, the post-up show, hosted by our friend Royal Shepherd. This is Miami Heat 103, Boston Celtics 97 with 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Thank you to all of you that are hanging out with us. It's unbelievable. I know a lot of things have happened here. All of that is going to be on the post-up show, so make sure you check that out. No more timeouts for Boston. Jaylen Brown, 40 points tonight. Playoff career high. He's 14 for 20 from the field, 9 rebounds. He did miss 3 free throws. And remember I told you the Boston Celtics were missing a lot of free throws early in the game? You never know, but they go back and bite you a little bit. Look, they've missed, you know how many free throws tonight? 7. Miami Heat is up by 6 right now. It's hard to be perfect, I know. The Heat have only missed 1, the one that just the Depot just missed. They're 8 for 9 right now. But it is what it is. You have to make your free throws. Look at Brown's offhand on Strus, no call. Boston, let me see. You have so many comments here now. Boston, what's excuse now? Alejandro says fired. Yes. The Kyle effect. Kyle is pumped. All right, here we go. Action. We're back to the action now. 103-97. Hit ball. It goes out of bounds. Marcus Smart, the last one to touch that one. It was Kyle Lowry trying to find Bam Adebayo. Kyle's palm. Defense, let's go. Lowry, defense. Watch as the Celtics fans say they don't have Robert Williams III. Well, they didn't. But so this is the 6th foul by Marcus Smart. Let me see what happened. They don't even know what they're calling right now. That looks like an NFL play right there. I don't know. Whatever they call, we'll let you guys know. All right. Watch of the Celtics fans says they didn't have Robert Williams. Defense, oh God. Defense. Way to bounce back. Half a dagger. Woo! ESPN commentators sound disappointed. Yep. So Marcus Smart is fouled out. PJ Tucker's going to the free throw line. Marcus Smart is complaining. But it's been like that. So PJ Tucker free throw now. Jaylen Brown, he's had a great game tonight. Pepa's time, says our friend Ron Baker. Well, I think so, but Boston doesn't want to let go, so we'll see. Alejandro says, let's go, guys. Heat 9 free throws, Celtics 30. And some of the free throws for the Heat had just come here in the last couple of minutes because the Celtics have to foul. So it's actually going to be Kyle Lowry in the line. He makes the first free throw. It's in the coach's hand now. A 2-possession game. This game is not over. That was earlier. Well, it was not earlier. It's still going. Oh, my God. All right, PJ Tucker now with the 2 free throws to make it a 106-97 game. Okay, let's make these and go home. Got one more in Boston, right? Yes. The next game on Monday night is going to be in Boston as well. And then the Miami Heat and the series will be back on Wednesday to Miami, to FTX Arena. The refs giving us some free throws now that the game is over. Well, the game's not over yet. Here comes the Celtics. Grant Williams to Jaylen Brown. 38 seconds. Jaylen Brown. He hits the ball to Horford. Grant Williams for 3. He makes it. This game's not over. Kyle Lowry, Max Strus, they find Oladipo. Oladipo goes past the half-court line. He gets fouled. And it's going to be free throws. Hard foul by Grant Williams. It's going to be free throws for Victor Oladipo. What a game, huh? That was a hard foul by Grant Williams. Yeah, it was just a regular foul. But Oladipo did fall really hard. So it's under review for a possible flagrant foul. Why is not Jimmy not on the bench? I don't know. That's a good question for the post-game interviews. We'll see what happened there. Way to go, Victor. Van Gundy wants to go home. Man, this has been such a long fourth quarter. Let me see. It's been like half an hour at least. Crazy. Very, very crazy. All right, so with all those free throws, the Miami Heat is still losing this fourth quarter 28-19. The worst quarter by the Heat by far. They scored 39 in the first quarter, 23 in the second, 25 in the third, 19 in the fourth. So it's 2 shots for Miami plus the Miami possession. So now it looks like it's over. Is it Pepa's time yet? It looks like it. NBA is making bank. Boston won't go away. 2 shots in possession. Bam stepped up today. Let's go home. Yes, I agree with you guys. This is almost over. Remember, as soon as the game is over, come to the post-up show. And here we're going to review some of the stats and we're going to call it a game. Great game, guys. How do you guys feel? Alejandro, last time you checked, it was 5 minutes to go. Yes, 10:54 p.m. Yes. Yeah, and now it's 11:18 right now. So, such a long fourth quarter. Victor Oladipo now on the free throw line. I agree with Williams. They're calling this a flagrant foul. But they've been horrible the entire game. So, I don't know. It's Miami Heat ball anyway. So, 109-100. Remember, this game was at some point a 26-point advantage for Miami. Then it went down to 1 point here in the fourth quarter with a little bit more than 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go or so. And now it's finally open and it's finally over. So for Miami, a great win here in game 3, 109-103. Jose Eduardo says need just 1 point to earn $100. Well, hopefully you got it. PJ Tucker with 18 points. Bam Adebayo has its last 2 points of the game. And then the Boston Celtics just scored the last bucket, the last 3, to make it a 109-103 Miami Heat win. That's going to be the win for the Miami Heat. So last shot of the game for Boston Celtics, and Miami Heat gets the win here in game 3 of this series. Thank you very much to all of you that joined us for this game. Let's go and check some of the numbers, some of the stats here on the post-game show as we go to the post-up here in a second. Just stay with me here in a second. Remember, subscribe to our channel. If Jimmy comes back, next game is going to be 3-1. Hopefully that's the case. 1 on the road at first attempt. Finally, Miami Heat wins game 3. They lost against the Hawks and they lost against the Sixers. So good win for sure. I expect the same energy in the next game. Let's go, says Cedric Perry. Ronald says, Alejandro, amazing job like always. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Pepa y agua para la seca. Pepa y agua para la seca. Let's go Heat, says Jeff Doris. My heart, bro. Yeah, that game was close. Close. The number is 6 now. W, let's go Heat. Heat win. Just need 6 more games. Pepa y agua para la seca. Heat. Thank you to our friend Zulu Black. Bam look sad because he scored 31 points. Any updates on Jimmy? No, we don't know. We're going to know after the game. No, I think he's probably not sad because of that, but because the Boston Celtics actually made it a game at the end. So let's review some of the final stats here, and then we'll call it a game for tonight. The 109 win for the Miami Heat against the Boston Celtics. 31 points for Bam Adebayo, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 1 block. Bam Adebayo leading the Miami Heat. 17 points for PJ Tucker, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, 1 block. 16 points for Max Strus, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block for Strus. Kyle Lowry, 11 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists, 4 steals. Jimmy Butler, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Coming off the bench, Tyler Hero, 8 points. Caleb Martin, 8 points. Victor Oladipo, 5 points. Gabe Vincent, 3 points. Duncan Robinson, 2 points. No points for Dwayne Dedmon. The Miami Heat take game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and they're up in the series 2-1. No Jimmy, no problem, says our friend Rush Music. I wouldn't agree with that. There was a lot of problem, but here we go. Let's go Heat, and let's continue now with our post-up show hosted by our friend Royal Shepherd here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. So go ahead, go check that out. Check that link out. Follow me at here at Alejandro VG32, and we'll see you guys back on Monday for game 4 of this series. Have a good night, and let's go Heat.